Welcome to the stage. I don't want to make my guests wait. I'm going to stand on business, but welcome to the stage, trending at some point. Good morning. Welcome to I Said What I Said Saturdays.
Good morning, Queen.
Good morning. What are you standing on today?
I just want to say I'm proud of you for doing your interview. I'm proud of the content creators. Proud of Mel and Dr. Shanita helping Ghana and her name being changed on International Women's Day on Instagram. And I said what I said.
And she said what she said. You know what? I love it. Let me give you a round of applause because you came up to serving. Giving women all the glory. I love it, Cindy. I love it.
Thank you.
I love it, love it. And give me 1 second. I see you. Stay up here for a second if you'd like. Nikki,
Okay.
Nikki, I see you, baby. Let me go ahead and handle this real quick. The super chat, because y'all got this party started. Hold on.
I need $131. So I can go ahead and pay for my phone bill online instead of going into the store and paying it. If y'all don't support me, if y'all don't, you know what I'm saying, then that's okay. I'ma just not even ask anymore. I'ma just not even be on Instagram. Y'all not gonna hear from me ever again. Y'all not gonna hear from me no more.
I love it. I need $131 to pay my phone bill. And you know what? Music Lover, Soul Star Music Lover got the party started with the 20-piece, y'all, a 20-piece and a pepper. Yes, because we love that chicken from Popeyes, don't we? We appreciate you, Queen. And new member, Magichi, welcome, welcome. We will see you behind the palace walls. AB Cade, welcome. Actually, congratulations on your membership. You just hit your 9-month mark. So congratulations to you. And also congratulations to Sheila Massey. You just hit your 4-month mark. So congratulations to you. We will see you all as we continue to do Behind the Wall. Nikki, Nick 530. Welcome. What are you standing on today?
Queen,
Yes, ma'am.
can you hear me? This is my
Yes,
first
ma'am.
time doing this.
Yeah, we can hear you. You sound great.
Good morning. Listen, I received out of the blue a DM yesterday from my ex-husband's mistress. I have I have not seen or heard from my ex-husband since 2020. I divorced him, found out that he was messing around with her, did what Melody did, gave him to her.
Oh
Okay?
my God!
I have not heard from this man, have not thought of this man in years. All of a sudden, I get a DM. Some kind of way she found out how to DM me. Let me read this to y'all.
Oh,
Hello?
we
Can you still hear
ready.
me?
We ready. You got the floor, baby.
Okay. She sends me this out of the blue. Hello, dear. I'm writing to you to let you know that you were absolutely correct about Mr. Hayes, which is my ex-husband. You were absolutely correct about Mr. Hayes' desire of a continuous relationship with you. He is 1000% available and has been so far for the past 3 years or more. I have taught him a few things. So hopefully he will be a more pleasant partner to you, love.
Bruh.
Continuous peace and blessings to you and yours, beloved Arche. Arce, or whatever the hell that means. So I've never met this woman, never met her. Found out that he was having an affair with her back in 2017, and I expeditiously kicked his ass out of my house, kicked him out, started the process. First, in the state of Maryland, you have to be separated. So I started the process where I was legally separated from him for 1 year until I could put in for the divorce. I put in divorce papers. It took him years and years and years to finally sign the divorce papers. And the only reason why he signed them is because I found out that when he left his job, they gave him his 401k plan. and he forged my signature and took the money, and I didn't get any of it. So I worked for the government. So I was able to put in our divorce decree that he was not allowed to my retirement. But anyway, to make a long story short, I have not heard from my husband. We share children, we share grandkids. He in my daughter's life, he's in my grandchildren's life. But like I said, I have not seen him in years. Out of the blue, I guess things not going right with them, but out of the blue, 4 years later, I received this DM from her yesterday. So I was with my daughter at the time when it popped up. My first instinct was to respond, but my daughter said, Ma, I got this. You're not going to respond to her because you're not even going to, give this bitch the time of day.
Come on
So
now.
my daughter responded to her. Let me show y'all what my daughter wrote. So my daughter responded to her. First of all, don't write my mother no bullshit about you and my father. They been done. They been divorced. So you writing her was uncalled for. I don't get into y'all business at all, and neither does my mother. She don't want that man. You inserted yourself into their marriage while they were married, and you decided to be the side hoe. So now that shit ain't working out with you two, we don't give a fuck. And respectfully, don't write my mother again, because I will find a way to come to Montgomery County and whip your ass. So at first I was pissed. I was pissed at first. But then I sat back and I realized, Nikki, you have the motherfucking laugh, because she wanted this nigga so bad. You gave him to her. Evidently the shit ain't working out, and out of the blue you decide to look me up and search me and send me this IM, basically telling me that he still want to be with me and I can have him back. But the part that got me was the shade that she threw when she put, I have taught him some things, so he should be a better partner to you. Bitch, if you taught him some things, then he should be a better partner to you. You ain't teach him shit. Evidently, you ain't teach him nothing, because you sending me a direct message telling me that he'll be a better partner. What the hell did you teach him? Because if you taught him right, then he would have been a better partner to you. Am I correct?
Period.
So anyway, at first I was upset, but then I laid in my bed. I poured myself a glass of wine, and I kept reading the shit, and I bust out laughing. I honestly now know what it means when they say you get the last laugh. I get the last laugh. But after my daughter sent her the message back, my daughter immediately called my ex-husband while I was sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter cussed his ass out, let him know, you need to get your bitch in check. Because if you don't, I will. My mother don't want your ass. She ain't been thinking about you. And tell your mistress to kiss my mother's ass. So
go ahead, girl.
Normally, the Queen Sheba, I've been a member of yours. This is my first time ever coming up on your panel. But I had to make sure that I did not miss this live, because normally I work on Saturdays, but I'm off today. I got time today.
I know that's right.
I got motherfucking time today. That's why I asked you in the chat, can we cuss?
Hell yeah, you can curse.
But
stand on your damn business.
The audacity of this hoe. The audacity. But anyway, I did not respond back to her because I felt like if I did, it would have gave her where she felt like she would have a open line of communication with me. But like I said, the best thing for me to do was to leave her ass on blank. My daughter went on and checked her, because I want this bitch to realize I don't want him. And me responding back to her, I thought it would be giving her what she want. I guess she wanted some attention or whatever. But I'm proud of myself because the old Nikki would have, you know what I'm saying? I would have been turn that phone up. But I honestly don't want him. I'm over him. I found out we was together 22 years. I did not know the whole 22 years he was doing cocaine.
Damn.
We was broke the whole time, and I could not figure out why, because both of us have good paying jobs and was making over close to really 175,000 a year together, and we was always broke. She finds out that he was doing cocaine, had the nerve to call my children up asking them. But anyway, she reaped what she sowed. She wanted him. I gave her to him.
Mm.
Ain't been thinking about his ass. And out of the blue, she finds a way to get in touch with me and sends me this bullshit yesterday at 10:14 p.m. So I'm not gonna keep y'all long, but I just had to get this off my chest, and I said what I motherfucking had to say. I said what I
I know
said, and I
that's right.
stand on it.
Period.
Period.
Damn, Nikki.
Yes.
Damn, Nick.
See,
Hold on, Nick. Girl, you done got content creators up here. You when Tay Talks that popped up. I'm gonna let Tay Talk go next. Okay. And Journey to Death, and I see you, baby. We on fire. Welcome to the motherfucking stage. When Tay
Period.
Talks.
Period. You know what?
Yes.
Queen Sheba, they got me in here on some shit. I told them you put me out the pot, so I'm glad. I'm glad you said we with the shits this morning,
Oh,
okay?
yes, we are.
Because
Yes, we
I
are.
told them that I shared my screen with you so you can see it.
Let me pull it up. Is it okay if I pull it up?
That's fine.
Okay.
Because we was talking last night on Patreon.
Let me pull it up. Let me move
Okay.
my banner. Keep going. I got you. Keep
Okay.
going.
So we talking last night on Patreon, and they said you had went the fuck off. So we go to your community tab. And so I'm reading this, okay?
Mhm.
And I got to this paragraph here, okay? Just because you think you've deleted the evidence doesn't mean it doesn't exist, you raggedy bitch. So I said this. I didn't even see the second sentence, right? So I said, I got to come on. I said what I said because I want you to say that part of the sentence to take your raggedy ass home. Can
Yes.
you say that? Can you just say that out loud for us?
Take
And
your
then
raggedy-
I'll say what I said.
Take your raggedy ass on. And I said what I said, you fucking demon, you demonic ass spirit, you low vibrational predator. And you know what? This is my time because I got time today. I wasn't gonna respond to him. But you know what? Since my family is your game, nigga, so is yours. So you just may get what you're looking for. Now I normally don't do this because I got other shit to do that's way more important. But bitch, you tried to insult me by saying you ain't got no kids. That ain't no
Wow.
fucking insult. I waited until I was married. Did your mama wait till she was married before she had you?
Ooh.
Now, since you want to talk about my family and bring my husband up, let me tell you something. If you bring me up again, you're going to regret it. And that is a promise. That is not a physical threat. I am going to handle you in ways that you've never been handled. I am going to change your life. You're going to feel me from every end, from the north, the west, the east, and the south. I am going to do up close, up front, close personal warfare with you because I'm not a scary bitch. And I can't stand a scary ass, demonic, manipulative bully predator that starts shit with women. I got hardcore evidence on your sorry ass. He did everything and then some to Melody MC. He tortured the fuck out of her. I mean, I'm just even beyond that. And for all of you women, I ain't gonna say no names. You know who you are. That's over there. Yes, nephew, get him. How do you sleep with yourself promoting abuse and violence? Just because you don't see it don't mean he ain't doing it. That nigga is guilty of everything they said that he did. But with his sorry, scary ass, nigga, stand up and fight. You calling women bitches and hoes, but as soon as somebody read your ass by way of tarot cards, you want to go file a copyright claim. You are misusing and abusing the copyright strikes with your scary ass. Nah, keep that same fucking energy when it's time. So now you scared of women and you want to run? No, nigga, come on back to the fight. And don't you bring your sorry ass back to YouTube until you receive intensive therapy for 12 to 18 months. Because you are a fucking predator. And whatever happened to you to in your childhood, I'm sorry, but what you're showing up is as a person that's unhealed. You are a predator. And I feel sorry for that man, that gospel singer. And you got your black ass on your YouTube channel talking about is your story to tell. No, it ain't your story to tell. That was horrific what you did to that man. That was his fucking story to tell. He didn't want to be outed. He wasn't ready to come out the closet, but you pushed him out the closet and you try to fucking shame him because you were shamed probably when you were younger. What you did was wrong. That ain't no fucking story to tell. You should be ashamed of yourself. But this nigga has been patrolling and rolling around, terrorizing people, both men and women for years, but ain't nobody got with his, ain't nobody got with his.
Mostly women.
Ain't nobody got with his ass like I'm about to. Fuck with
Ooh.
me if you want to. Fuck with me again. Fuck with me again, and I'm gonna give you what you're looking for. And I'm sorry, y'all. I don't even get down like that, but I will if I have to. For you, I will. For you, I will, nigga.
Ooh.
Now, and I said what I motherfucking said. I'm sorry, y'all. I said what I said.
um,
I am so sorry for cursing, but I had to let him know I am that bitch. Don't fuck with me. I'm sorry, Tay. I gave you a little bit too much. Uh,
baby.
I gave you too
Um,
much.
I'm glad
I'm
you
for
went
real
above and
though.
beyond the reading. Okay, y'all. So there we she said what the fuck she said. That's
I
all I had to say.
did.
That's all I had to say. I ain't getting put out the palace today, mofo.
Oh my God. Listen. No, sometimes you got to because with a bully, they'll keep going. And those
Oh my
women
god.
have enabled him, and ain't nobody bothering him. He ain't
No,
worth nobody's time. He be starting out.
no.
Boy, I got so many motherfucking receipts on you. You better stand down if you smart.
It's
That
the
you don't
victim
even know I
part
have.
for me. Yes,
I can
it's
run
the
a whole
victim
show
part
on
for me.
you. Huh?
Period.
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 I'm
Professional
sorry.
victim. I cannot. Y'all do not need to see my damn face. Y'all so messy. Let me see. Am I?
Hold on, let me move the thing so they can say, hold on, Tay, let me move the banner. Hold on, they want to see your beautiful face, and she looks pretty. I can see
You
her.
might
Hold
have to
on.
go back off. You might have to go back off so they can see. Yeah, you know they like to see my reactions. Like, I know you fucking.
There we go. There's I cursed his motherfucking ass out because that's what he needs. Yeah.
Period.
Don't let the sweet
Copy
thing
and paste
fool
that shit. Cause she
you.
said what the fuck she said, you bastard.
Don't think because I be up here smooth and shit that I won't get with you.
That's
I
what
like I
they
said.
think. That's what they think. That's what people think. It's crazy. Cousin Nick has a lot of damn nerves. But I think what the tarot card lady said is it's dust. He's nobody. Like she's nobody. Like seriously. And want to be somebody so bad. Do your thing. And them damn crackhead hoes he got over there. That's what he called them. That's his words, not mine,
Oh,
y'all.
ooh. I know
Not
what
mine.
you're talking about, and I got proof of that. But she his number one fan. If that lady knew what he said about her, she wouldn't. Don't pat. Let me be quiet.
Yes, she would, because she know what he said. She don't want to believe it.
Mm. What cookie? They talking about cookie. What cookie at?
Cookie, they asking about you all the way over here on the palace. Get over here.
Cookie
You
like
want to
my
say
dog
hi?
Cookie. I see you, Journey to Jasmine. I'm gonna get to you.
Say hey, y'all.
Cookie's like, wait a minute, mama, that's too much.
Say, he better leave his motherfuckers alone. Leave these damn women alone. And I said what the fuck I said.
Look at Cookie like, wait a minute, mama.
Bye, y'all. That's all I want is to hear you say that, and I got that and more. Thank you, Queen Shiba.
No,
Bye,
thank you.
y'all.
Thank you. We love you, Tay, and thank you for
Bye,
coming up
y'all
and enjoying your
too. Bye.
Saturday. All right. I'm so sorry for cursing, but shit, I had time today. Journey to Jasmine, welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What are you standing on, Queen?
Shit. Don't you apologize to us? See, this is exactly why I went to the DJ at that millimeter party and told him to play Nuck If You Buck. Because them Reds ain't the one to play with, okay? I don't know who this man thought that he was coming for, but I had no clue that he kept going. I thought I had caught wind of the whole tarot reading and him like playing with Uno cards and whatnot, but I don't go to his channel. Never really have. Like he ain't really never
No,
been my
people send me shit. That's what he don't know. Don't mess with
Oh
me.
yeah.
I got my
Yeah.
hitters.
Oh no. Me saying that ain't saying that you do. I already know that people send you stuff. Cause if they sending me stuff, he ain't saying nothing about me to my knowledge. I know they sending you stuff. But I did not know that he had said something about you very recently or whatever. And I definitely didn't know the thing about the kids. Like that's deed up. You know what? I was about to say something real scientific. That
You
nope,
can say
not
what
here,
you want
Jazz.
to say.
Okay. Well, my thing
Hell, it's
is
Saturday.
it's not like he'll be able to produce children anyway.
Thank you.
Cause
You go have a baby. We'll
like
wait.
that's all, like
Yeah.
I ain't want to
No,
be
say it.
fooled.
Because he said it with his fucking chest. So we gonna
Baby,
say it back.
because
You go have one. Open your
it's the
leg.
biology for me.
Yeah.
we're it's I mean, baby, it's gonna be a surrogate either way. So like, what are you saying? My thing is when you start, and let me bring myself back in, because what I was going to come and stand on before Tay came in and got it popping. What I was going to stand on was more or less, I appreciate the fact that content creators in this particular space are really rallying around each other. I've been in YouTube for quite some time, not as a creator per se, but definitely as a viewer in many different communities, and I've never seen the rallying that I see here. So I like the fact that we're banding together, and of course, let's stick together against these people who are filing frivolous lawsuits and just moving like snakes. There's a lot of snake-like behavior. We've seen it. We've seen the doxing. We've seen, like you said, all this behind-the-scenes stuff, and that's why I'm kind of like my head on the swivel, because a bitch got one time with me. I fight. Like, let's just, and I ain't fought in a long time, but the hands remember. Anyway,
I understand on your business.
I'm standing on it. I'm standing on it. But yes, but that does bring me to him, because he is a part of the chaotic energy and chaotic force that is moving very rogue within this community that really does stand on unity for the most part. So I don't know why these people, these women, these aunties or whatever, continue to support them, but hopefully they do come to the light, Caroline, and just, wake up. But if y'all don't even engage with him, that's what he wants. People
Girl,
like
we don't
him.
care. If they do, they do. We don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
how to care.
yeah.
We don't care. If
I
they
mean,
do, they
I ain't
do.
talking about
They grown.
his views. Fuck that. But what I mean is, like, just always reposting his shit, or like wanting to send somebody his shit. Like, look, me personally, I don't want to see it. Fuck him. Like, that's
Sign
like,
it, seal it, and deliver it.
and I said what I said on that. Hey.
I told y'all we not playing today. I see you, DD. DG, I see you, baby. I'm finna bring you up. Well, welcome to the stage. It's Stu Queen B. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What are you standing on today?
Good morning, Queen.
Good morning.
Everybody on the path. I am sick and tired of Libido and her husband. I'm tired of Wet Bottom Soul. I want them gone from that show. They bring nothing to that show. And I swear for M&M's, if they bring Hotel Hold on there, I will not be watching. I am sick of Uncle Wanda and her mouth. I want all of them to go back to where they came from and stay there. I'm trying to be nice, and I ain't gonna cuss and go off like I really want to. I know we can cuss, but my mouth is just dangerous, and I don't want to do that. It's too much. But I am proud of Mel. I'm so glad she was able to change her name, and I'm so happy that she is happy. And you, Queen Sheba, darling, are doing the damn thing, and I love you for that, sis. I added you to my live earlier to show you some love, because I appreciate you. And when you get a chance, let me know, did you check out that information I sent you?
Okay, will do. Can you sign it, seal it, and deliver it?
I said what I said.
FBI, open up!
All right. And
Now
she
tell them to
said,
run.
thank you. Have a beautiful Saturday. We appreciate
do
you
the
coming up
same.
as Stu Queen B. If y'all haven't already, this is a YouTube content creator. Make sure y'all go over there and check out her content. Kakoa gon' tell it, baby. She gon' tell it. Welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts?
Queen when you crack me up. Your
Yeah.
sound like, oh my goodness, I be screaming. I said, that Queen playing this morning. Queen I just love your energy. Like, I cannot wait for the Show Loud video. I swear, I'm just sitting back, just like rubbing my hands together. I can't wait. But yeah, that's what I'm really. I can't wait. And then I was gonna say, yes, like people need to call that out, that bullying spirit, And I always say it is sad to see women co-sign men bullying women. Like, that's just, come on now. We women, we got to stick together. I don't know why women do that, but I don't know. But I'm just glad that person moved around, because nobody got time for that, But Queen Sheba, I love you. I love your content. I love what you bring to us. I love what you give to us. I'm so happy to be part of the membership, and I'm sitting back waiting for the Michelle Loud video, like
Yes.
Birdman. Mm-hmm.
And can you sign it, seal
Oh,
it, and deliver it?
yes, Michelle Loud video. I cannot wait. And I said what I said. Okay. Yeah.
She said what she said. Welcome to the stage, DG. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What are you standing on today, Queen?
Good morning, everybody. I'm standing on business. So I practice
Yes.
law in South Carolina, and you cannot serve somebody out of state with a subpoena without going through several steps, none of which involve sending an email directly to someone requesting their banking and account info. All of that stuff is just um, fugazi. I'll say that. Secondly, a subpoena cannot initiate a lawsuit. If they haven't been served with a summons and complaint, and mind you, I don't practice law in Alabama, and this is not legal advice, but if they were not served with a summons and complaint, they have not been sued. But Maurice, on the other hand, should be concerned about several ethical rules that allegedly he is violating if the things that are on the internet are true or even tangentially true. He should be worried about some ethical rules and seeing the Office of Disciplinary Counsel about his law certificate that he currently holds. But and I said what I said.
In 1 mile, take a slight right turn onto Gibson Road.
Yes. Thank you for coming up, DG. We love you. And she said that. Did y'all catch that? We got some very intellectual, smart women that just, man, they're experts in their field. So those of you that need that, you know who you are. Sit back and relax, baby. Because he's full of cap. Sugar, welcome to the stage. Saturday morning, I said what I said. What are you standing on today, Queen?
I'm standing on Anthony Lawley bitch ass being stoned by the Queen. I'm also standing on supporting the content creators as they battle against bullying. I stand on women coming together, because when women come together, it is nothing you can do. And I said what I said.
She said
Why are you
what she
running?
said.
Why are you running?
And congratulations, Queen, okay? Congratulations.
Thank you.
You
We love
know,
you, Sugar.
I love you too, even if you
Every
don't
time I
see
say
me.
sugar, I think I'm in the 70s. All right, Sugar.
Do you know? But guess what? I took that
Yes.
sugar and I added it to my content. You gave me a good idea. Like, hey, sugar.
I
So,
love it.
so that's coming soon. But I want to support you. I shared your your trailer. I think you're an awesome person. I think your ethics, your values, your principles, your morals is what I align with. And I think that right now we're going through a big shift, and we're just going to call out demons all 2024. The more you come at, the more they come at y'all, the more we're going to come at them. So if anybody can even share the content's information, you don't have to be a content provider. The more we come in numbers, we'll drown out that noise. Y'all have a beautiful Saturday. And thanks for having me in the palace.
Thank you. We love you, and you enjoy your Saturday. And get that Sunday meal ready for tomorrow, 3:45 Central Standard Time. Charlotte Loring, welcome to the stage this Saturday. I said what I said. What are you standing on, Queen?
I'm standing on bullying. Anthony Lofton need to go to hell because he kept saying, "Oh, thank you, Carlos. Oh, thank you, Carlos." I was sitting in the bushes because I had said something on his channel one day, and he started talking crap to me. But he needs to go away and stay away because we don't give a fuck what he say, what he talking about, or any of that. He need to kiss our ass. And Queen Sheba, I love your channel. You are so classy. And he had the nerve to say something about you. He need to go hide in the fucking bushes and stay there. because he talking about I'll be back. Nigga, we don't give a fuck if you come back or not. We are sick of you looking like on that movie. I can't even think of the movie with them thick glasses. You know, he need to go and get him some help talking about who he gonna sue. He ain't got enough money to sue nobody.
Oh my God.
He up there selling t-shirts and stuff, and then sitting up talking to the people that he was talking about. He's a low down dirty snake, and he needs to go in the bushes with the rest of the snakes. I said what I said, and I meant what I said.
All right. Well, thank you, Charlotte. We appreciate you standing on business this morning. Thank you. And you have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday, Charlotte. Simone Wealthy, you're up next. Give me one. I'm going to let me do my super chats real quick. And Simone, we coming back to you.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me. Money, 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 money.
Y'all standing on business this morning. ABK swung the block. She spun the block, honey, and came back with a 50 piece. That's a whole picnic pack. We love you and we appreciate you, AB, because you know we love that chicken from Popeyes, honey. Yes, we do. Cocoa gonna tell it. She often does. And she came down with a 10 piece and a pepper. She says, "Good morning, Queen. Can't wait for ML Michelle Out interview part 2. Listen, what y'all cooking, by the way? As you gonna sit down and watch the interview, tell me what's on the menu. What y'all cooking for Sunday?" Soul Star Music Lover came back with a 10 piece and a pepper. I appreciate you, Queen. Let's see. Who is this? Ramel. That's Ramel. Hold on. Ramel with a 5 piece and a biscuit. Thank you, Ramel, for the super sticker. Alnetta Beck with a 10 piece and a pepper says, "Today is the motherfucking day. People play too much. They do, and we play back. I told them I fight back. Don't come knocking on my door, baby." Brittany Janae with a 2 piece and a pepper says, "Give him that Scorpio sting, Queen." She did. All Things Possible 40 with a 5 piece and a pepper. Thank you for the super sticker. And So Crafty Lion with a 20 piece, honey. She says, "Hi, Queen, stand strong. Apologies are not needed." I appreciate you, sis. Thank you, because you know where I'm coming from. Chef Don Don is in his house. In the palace, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love if you haven't already. Chef Don Don threw down a 5 piece, honey. He says he's standing on Jason, Michelle Loud's son coming home. Cora Jakes is a snake. Dark Spirit and Fouls. He's standing on business. And y'all make sure y'all stand on business tomorrow, because we got to pull up their strength in numbers. We got to get that video out. We got to make sure we keep it in a rotation, because Cora, this one's for you. Yes, it is. Too Blessed for You with a 2 piece and a pepper says, "Oh my goodness. Yes, Queen, standing on business." Scorpio Miss with a 5 piece and a pepper. Thank you for the super sticker. And let me go back. Ramel, congratulations on your 5-month membership. Aqua Queen, congratulations on your 6-month membership, says taught him. So I guess she was hoe. And listen, I don't know, but I'm just saying, you come after my family, I'm coming for yours. But I'm gonna come for yours in a different way, in the most beautiful way. I'll interview them. And I'll find out everything about you in the most beautiful way. So don't mess with me. Okay, Purple Queen, member for 10 months. Congratulations. Love the work that you were doing, Queen Sheba. Let's see. Essence of Shay, welcome, new member. Welcome. We will see you behind the palace walls. And congratulations to Journey to Jasmine, a member for 11 months. Damn, Journey to Jasmine, you've been rocking with me that long? She says, "I love how we fiercely protect our community." And that's what we should be doing when it comes to us. Welcome to the stage, Simone Wealthy. What you standing on?
Good morning, Queen. Good morning, Palace.
Good morning.
Well, this whole thing with old boy, I've been knowing this stuff. I remember I have a sort of a connection to that whole gospel singer situation. He is a dirty, dirty fucking rat. He's always been that way. He loves attention and he will do anything for it. But the biggest problem is women. Them helpers over there supporting his ass. Them hood, that smart mouth hood rat, his best friend, and the other one who, knows everything. We are the problem. Ain't no nigga supporting him. Ain't no dudes fucking with him. They know, they see him. Ain't no one fucking him. We are supporting, not we, but women are supporting him. So he thinks it's okay. He's getting a pat on the back from that bullshit that they be feeding him and saying it's okay. We believe in you. We have an intuition as women. We have intuition. They know he full of shit. They know he is full of shit, but they still support his ass. But he done fucked around with the wrong one this time, because we all got some evidence on him. All of us got some evidence. So keep playing if you want to, because I know you're on here listening, bitch. Keep playing if you want to. Okay, you all that little smart mouth, all that eye rolling, all that shit. Keep doing it, because every word you're gonna get ate up with. Every single word. And now, as far as that marshmallow head, Maurice, we coming for your ass. We coming for your ass. Maurice, we see you. We got you. You are in the crosshairs, bitch. You done fucked up. You have really fucked up. And I said what I said.
Period. Listen.
But let me say what Melody said.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. I'm a girl. I'm gonna listen. Go ahead, Simone.
No, I'm gonna say what Melody said. Bet, Maurice. Bet. We got you. We got your ass. You are big. I knew you was stupid, but your ass is plain dumb. Wow. I mean, dumb. And Kimmy, girl, you pathetic as hell. You are pathetic as hell. You are pathetic. He is dragged. Ain't nothing. Oh my God. Anyway, let me get off here. I don't want to get hot.
That's all right. Don't get hot. Listen, girl, you got people in traffic honking and everything. Thank you for coming up, Simone. She stood on her business. Welcome to the stage, Braylon Lee, on Saturday mornings. I said what I said. What are you standing on?
I am standing on the fact that, Lord Jesus, just because you go on vacation don't mean your problems don't still stay there when you get back. Y'all know Russell Simmons is on vacation in Bali for 10 years. It's funny, Queen Sheba. When you sing a song called Leave Me Alone and you finally have to do what you actually sung about, it's quite sad. And honestly, with these damn lawsuits, really, you're suing people who are actually helping you exist and get a check.
You ain't got no damn lawsuits out. Go ahead.
I know that, beautiful. I know that. But the point is, for me, you are so upset about being talked about. You are your own problem and solution. If you don't want the smoke, get the hell off our own, but don't complain about the check when you don't have it. And by the way, get loud for Michelle Lowry. I said what I said.
FBI, open up! All right. He said what he said, and we're going to get loud. Thank you, Braylon Lee. I love the energy that you brought to the conversation. We're going to switch it up and go to Queen with the W. Welcome to Saturday morning. I said what I said. What are you standing on, Queen?
Hey, beautiful Queen Sheba. How you doing?
I am good, girl. How are you?
I am on fire now. I thought you was from Chicago. You G-checked that dude so hard. I was like, wait a minute. Let me come up here and run down on this dude with you. Oh my God. First, I want to start with Maurice Luther King. Brother, if you are such a good lawyer, this is what struck me and triggered me when that long diatribe he made about how he protect his good reputation and blah, blah, blah. If you're such a good lawyer, I'm going to keep it simple. You would know not to lie to the court. Okay. Period. And number two, you make all of the attorneys really have to work that much harder for their accountability and reliability and the ability for people to trust lawyers when you do stuff like this, because what's done in the dark always comes to light. It's amazing to me. It shouldn't be that the cognitive dissonance of this person, the more you lie the more evidence it is to show and expose your stupid ass. Excuse me, expose you. I don't get it. Queen, help me wrap my head around this. Did he say he was a good lawyer?
In his head, I guess he is. In his head, that's what the voices tell him.
Am I missing something? Because good lawyers know not to defraud the court. So I said what I said, and I'm standing on business. Love you, Queen. I'm so glad you did that.
All right. Look, no, thank you. Thank you. I had to. Sometimes you just can't play nice.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you coming up, Queen.
They get it twisted because we try to show and exemplify the class and elegance that we have, and we behold those gifts, but they keeps poking a sleeping rattlesnake. What's gonna happen? Boom. Love you, babes.
Thank you, and you enjoy your Saturday. Welcome to the stage. Welcome to the stage, Deborah. I feel so bad because I didn't know you was on here, Deborah.
Hey, and I had no plans on coming up, but every time I say I'm not, I find myself up there. So hello, Queen Sheba and the Palace members. I just came up here to laugh because who in the world goes to sue somebody and end up possibly getting sued? Like that, this has got to be a Scott brother thing. I've never seen people so stupid.
Wow.
Like it's kind of hilarious when you think about it. Like, is he okay? He said he's a lawyer. I think he said he was the valedictorian. Or however you pronounce that. I think that's what he said. So I'm just trying to understand, how do you make stupid mistakes like that? And if I'm able to say the content creator's name, I'll say TT. If she didn't light him up, I was rolling on the floor laughing. Like, where did he get that degree from, y'all? Where did he get it from? So that's all I had to say. I said what I said. And I'm super excited to hear from Michelle tomorrow.
Yeah.
I totally support her. And I did donate to her fund and the content creators fund. I gave what I could. I encourage y'all to do the same. But anyway, I said what I said. They're airheads. Okay, bye, y'all. Bye. Back in the bush. Oh, I'm in here cooking my collard greens, girl. I'm getting ready for tomorrow. I'm ready.
All right, baby. All right, we'll see you behind the wall. Okay.
All right.
Welcome to the stage, the Set Noir. Yes, all the way from that ATL Queen. Good morning.
Good morning, Queen and Palace.
What you standing on today?
So I'm under the weather today, and I'm just listening from the bushes. My husband comes in from outside. He hears you going off. His exact words were, "I wish a nigga would."
Oh.
Let her know. I wish a nigga would. They come for you. They come for him. So with that, I'm standing behind him on business for you, and let them know I wish a nigga would.
And she said what she
I said what I said.
Now, listen, y'all better stop fooling with people on this internet. You don't know who got who. Y'all better stop. Just pause sometimes. We always say there's safety in the pause. You don't know whose people are who. And I appreciate y'all standing behind me, and tell your husband, thank you.
Will do. He's got you, Queen. And
I'm sorry for cursing. I know. I normally I don't be doing all that now.
Listen, you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes being kind, soft, and sweet won't get the point across. So when they act common and simple, guess what? You get common and simple right back with them.
Period.
So have a good day. I'm going to drop back down in the bushes. I'm going to keep him out of the earshot so he doesn't go off again. He was like, what kind of dude is that throws rocks and hide their hands? And then
a scary
going
one.
off on a woman. Yeah, he was yeah.
Unprovoked. That's the crazy part. Unprovoked.
Yeah, it stopped him in his tracks. And you don't want this 6'3" chiseled 240-pound man on your ass. So
well, you know what? That one might. Let me stop.
No, he likes me. He doesn't like him.
Oh. I love you. Thank you, sis.
All right. Love you too. Take care.
All right. So we're going to jump to super chats real quick, y'all.
All right.
right, Palace. The Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. Cheryl Canada, thank you for the 10-piece. She says, love you, queen. Keep standing on business. And I said what I said. Hera Moore coming right behind her with the 5-piece. She says that I said what I said is on absolute fire. You all are playing no games. Dang, I'm getting my taxes done and I can't fully participate. You better. We holding you down, Hera Moore. We're holding you down, queen. Alabama born, Florida grown, honey, with a 10-piece and a pepper. She says, I love when ladies stand on business. Queen, keep doing the damn thing. We will. Sheila Massey back again with a 5-piece. You know what? Thank you for the super sticker. We love you, Sheila. We love you and we appreciate you. Hold on. Let me go back to the top real quick. Inez Martin with a 5-piece and a biscuit says, thanks, Queen Sheba, for standing on business. Don't play with us. Texas Divas. Fuck around and find out. And I said what I MF and said. H-Town, baby, all the way, honey. Listen, always be cute. Congratulations on your 11-month membership. She said, I stand for and with my sisters. Hashtags girls girl here. I love it. That's cute. Shonda C is standing on business and she's gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. How do you know if you got it? My good old sister, Trending, let me know that if you have a gift box by your name, you are the lucky recipient of a membership. So congratulations to you all. If you received a membership, always be cute. Gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling membership to 1 lucky winner. So congratulations to you. Marilyn Taylor, welcome to the palace. Leslie Bailey, welcome to the palace. New members, we will see you behind the wall. Janice Christopher, member for 5 months. Congratulations on your 5-month anniversary. She says, love you, queen. I'm in the bushes. Hey, listen, don't we be handling business here? Well, don't make us come from behind the palace gates, baby. Listen, I appreciate you. Journey to Jasmine gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling membership. Congratulations to the lucky recipient and new member VC. Welcome to the palace. All right, y'all, we gonna switch gears just a little bit because y'all all in y'all feelings about this new topic, and I'm sitting around and I'm just kikiing because I think it's cute. I'm like, you better go, girl, because these niggas do it all the time. I know y'all are like, what are you talking about, Queen Sheba? I'm gonna show you. Charlotte Lauren with the 5-piece says, I'm standing with the queen. Thank you for that 5-piece. We appreciate it, Charlotte. New member, Darlene, we see you. Queen Sheba, Tyra, congratulations on your membership of 5 months. She says, Queen Sheba, you are the GOAT. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate it. Let's see. Terry Adriana. Oh, y'all been right. We've been in a long relationship. 9 months membership says, I love it here. Yes. Cookie from the Shy. Y'all got that money. Gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to the lucky recipient. And girl, what's the T? 9-month membership says, give him that sting, queen. And then some. Shonda C gifted 5 Queen. Did I? No, I did. Did I cover this one? I think I did. Yes, I did. Yep. All right. So listen, we finna go to a topic that got y'all all in y'all feelings. We're gonna stay here for a second. Let me drop the link because when y'all see it, y'all been mad about this one. Journey to Jasmine and Trending. I'm gonna let y'all speak on it first if you got anything you want to say about it. Hold on. 1 second. Let me drop that link and then let me pop it up. They're gonna be mad about this one. Yes. Congratulations to Draya Michele. She announces her pregnancy. She's 28 weeks. That's 7 months. And a lot of people are mad because she got pregnant by a 22-year-old and she's 39. Niggas do it all the time. What's the problem? Y'all call her a predator. Y'all said that's like sexual assault and all that. Are y'all mad? Seriously? I want to know. And I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Are y'all mad that Draya understood the assignment? I want to know. Journey to Jasmine. Trending. What are your thoughts?
Oh, not me first. Okay, I'm so glad. First of all, I was all up in here for Hot Tea Stories, and she had a post up about how Drake had just been seen with Lotto's little sister that's 21 years old. And her whole thing was about how the smoke definitely goes to women with younger men, but people don't give them the same energy to older men, to younger women. And then there's a power dynamic we also have to take into account as well. I think it's distasteful on both sides. Like, I didn't like it when I saw it about Draya, and I don't like it when I see Drake going after these young people, or how Diddy's been doing it for years. I don't really like it. Like, in every situation's different, but I don't know. Like, it's weird to me. To each their own, as long as they're consenting adults, but it's weird on both genders to me.
That's fair. I appreciate you keeping it real. And Jasmine, what are your thoughts? Because people mad about this, particularly women, young girls. And I think I know why, but I'm gonna hold my peace. Go ahead, Jasmine.
So initially I was like, that's weird. But then I saw Chrissy, I believe her name is, on YouTube. She made a post about it, and she was like, basically Drea is using her uterus as a 401k plan. I was like, well, damn, I guess she is. And honestly, the men who do it, I look at them as predators as well. So I mean, if I look at them as predators, I kind of gotta look at her as one too, because your mindset at, like, I'm 37, and my mindset at 37 is entirely different from 22. And women mature faster than men. So I do feel like she used her prowess to secure her bag. And people, I feel like it's a gamble to try to bring a child into the world to secure a bag, but that's how these types move. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. I'm not mad at it. I'm kind of indifferent. Like, I if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. If he picked the white girl, everybody would be mad. If he picked a Simone Biles kind of chick, people has something to say. Like, people gonna have something to say regardless. But I mean, if he like it, I love it, I guess.
Baby, listen, they mad. I've been sitting back reading the
Big
screen,
mad.
and I'm like, they mad. But let me give y'all some examples. Y'all went mad at Diddy doing it to Cassie in Young Miami. It was okay. Ain't nobody had nothing to say when the men do it. You get what I'm saying? Even with the men that we know have crossed. Let me tell you, because Cassie was 19, Young Miami is in her 20s. Diddy was more predatory with Cassie at 19, even though she's grown, than he was with Young Miami, but ain't nobody said nothing. And if you think about the age difference, Jamie Foxx picking them young white girls, ain't nobody saying nothing. But Drea does it. Everybody is up in there. I think one of the primary reasons, in my opinion, and I see y'all's comments, I'm finna read them. I think one of the primary reasons is I think young girls fuck around and they found out that a 39-year-old can pull your nigga. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these young boys like older women. And not because she has money or he's looking for a sugar mama, because that's clearly not the case. Drea looks great. She's giving some of these young girls a run for their money when it comes to aesthetics. And he liked what he liked, right? Because he's 22. And I see somebody said the issue is they are judging her for being a three-time baby mom, a three-time single mother with 3 baby daddies. But we see it every day in the hood. We see it every day in our community. So is it different because this nigga got money and now she's not deserving? I mean, I really want to talk about it. There's no right or wrong. Let me read some of these chats. Hold on. Because I saved them. I wanted to come to him. Miss Chanel says, I think the issue is he's her son's age, but we see rich men do it all the time. Russell Simmons, all of them. And nobody's been in an uproar. He did it to Kimora Lee. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to wait for me if y'all want to.
I get what you're saying. There's a strong double standard on how strongly she is being villainized versus how we see it all the time when men are with that age difference. I feel like that's something that you're saying.
That's true. And I also feel like we kind of have a bias against each other as Black women. We don't want her to do well. We don't want her to have now, if she would have had a baby by a broke Dusty, we would have been laughing.
Yep. Girl, yes, you are 100% right. And looking at it from that angle, there is a lot of quote unquote girl on girl crime there. From the standpoint of what you said, like, dang, like she is 39, but she looks really good, and it's like, well, dang, 39 is low key the new 29, with all these advancements and all this, but.
And she works out. Let me say this, Dre. I used to follow Draya all the time on Snapchat. Draya be in that gym working out. Listen, Draya be in that gym working out. I'm for real. So it ain't like she went and scooped up a kid. That's a grown ass man with a lot of money. And I think a lot of people are mad because they don't really want to see Black women winning like that. Hell, go ahead, Randy. Go ahead.
And it's a business plan. Like, be real. Like, this is her business plan. So when you said that, Jasmine, that content creator said that that's her 401k, that is. Now, if that's not the kind of life you subscribe to, I get it. But if she's going to do it and have a long-term financial plan, she's still going to be better off than people that, they giving up their wombs for nothing except heartache and pain. And also, I'm waiting on, when is Marquez Houston supposed to get as much smoke as she is? And Marquez Houston, we've done the math, and his wife was definitely under 18.
Yes, thank you. That brought me
and a runaway, and she was a runaway.
Where is the smoke? Is, I think, the biggest thing. Is not that someone's saying be like Draya, raise your girls to be like Draya. Where's the thing is, where's the smoke for these predatory men that are with these young girls? Like, where is that flame at?
Yes, thank you. So thank you. I had got off track with my thought, but yes, we have none of the smoke for the men who actually go and get girls who are teenagers. Kamora, a teenager, when she got with Russell. Russell was 30. He was 30 and she was like 16. Of course, like you said, Cassie and Diddy, there what Roman Polanski or whatever his name is has like honors in Hollywood, and he married his 12-year-old stepdaughter. Like, what? We do have a huge double standard when it comes to women, and especially Black women in our community, which is probably why we're looking at her. I understand the quote unquote like sideways look, but the overplaying of this demonization of her is what bothers me, because men literally sit on podcasts for 9 hours at a time and talk about how at 40 years old you should be ready to settle down with a 20-year-old. They literally talk about it every day, all day, and twice on Sundays. So I do think that we have a severe double standard in our community.
We do, because let me tell you something. Black women should be looking to be taken care of. You should be vetting, because let's talk about tradition with those men on these podcasts. It's like, I want a traditional woman. Okay, well, let's talk about traditional standards and how that would traditionally work. Traditionally, you would have to go through the males in her family to vet you out. They would, what the old folks say, smoke you out. Number one, you would have to have financial capabilities, right? Whether that was cows, cattle, all of that. You couldn't come to the table with nothing. But what's happened is, because our households are now, we don't have like 2-parent households anymore. So men have direct access to women. We don't have a barrier of protection anymore, right? Traditionally. So they get to come, sleep with you, impregnate you, and decide that they're going to go play elsewhere. All Draya's doing is, she's, like you said, Trendy, renting out her, leasing her womb to the highest bidder. Now, Belinda, I see your comment. Belinda say, I believe he will regret it later. I don't believe so. Most people love their children no matter what. Draya's not problematic like that. You see what I'm saying? She's not a problematic personality where she's gonna give him a lot of drama and stuff like that. You got problematic personalities where men be like, damn, I hate having a baby with her. She's not that type of girl. So I don't see him regretting it, because Dre is going to take care of herself all the way to the end. Now, Belinda, if you want to come up and just elaborate a little bit, just in case I misinterpreted your comment, please feel free to do so. But I think subconsciously we want other Black women to suffer. We don't want them to have the best of the best. You see what I'm saying? Because we see it if he was a Brokey, a Dusty, a Pookie, and a Ray Ray, we would have been laughing our asses off. We would have been laughing. It wouldn't have been a problem because it would have been funny. But now she's gotten herself taken care of for the next 18 years by a young one. And I think a part of the problem is some of these young girls are calling her nasty because he was that's my age. That's my age. Them the ones that I'm supposed to be with. Surprise, surprise. Surprise. Don't you ever think. Because I know a lot of young girls be, yo, old ass, not to me, but I see them going back and forth in these comments. Boo boo. Pussy ain't got no face. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. That's all I'm saying. What are your thoughts, Jasmine, and Trending?
I love it when you talk like that. don't say excuse. Yeah. That's that real talk shit, right?
Oh my God.
Cause it's the truth. Pussy ain't got no face, boo. Like she gives me the type of person.
Hold on, we can go to a commercial. Hold on. I think I threw y'all for a loop with that one.
But it's true. Draya gives me the type, like, you made a good point. You said it's not like she's really a problematic person. Like, we would know her from Basketball Wives and all that. And if anything, I feel like they were causing shit with her, like not the other way around. It's not like she's a Brittany Renner out here, just saying outlandish things. As far as I know, she minds her own business. Like you said,
Draya be outlandish sometimes. She do.
Oh, I don't know that lady.
Not okay. In what way, Trent? In your opinion,
I can't remember the one where it was either about domestic violence or something. She be out here just saying some wild stuff sometimes. But I do want to say this. Lala made a good point. Draya is very known in these streets, and men know her reputation. She is not unknown. So if there is still a conscious choice to be made of where you're going to do an act that causes a child, they know about Draya. Draya has never hid how she is. So I don't know where I was going with that, but I just wanted to say that I do agree that Draya's known. If you're in that crowd, she's known, and so it is what it is.
Draya is a pass around.
Okay, so
Draya is a straight pass around.
But it's not like he married her. It's not like he proposed. He impregnated her. So that's a good point.
But Draya is a pass around too. She's known in the industry from what Trending was just saying. She is a pass around. So it is what it is, but she secured the bag. And like she was just saying, where's his daddy at? Someone talk to him about, getting into this league. They have these conferences whenever the new players start. You're going to have traps. You're going to have women and men who try to, get you into situations and trap you. So, but I'm not hating on Draya. She's not hiding anything. She's been well known. You just put her name in social media, any search, you're going to pull up all kind of stories. And she is problematic. She has said some things that were not nice, especially when it comes to domestic violence. She was co-signing that one nigga's point on Chris Brown and Rihanna. She was on some podcast. That's how she got kicked off of Rihanna's. What's her brand called?
No, you talking about Ari? That girl named Ari
Lennox.
She did too. They both did. They both did.
Okay.
Ari and Draya. Look it up. Draya got fired off of there after she ran her mouth talking shit about some woman had got beat up. It was some sort of DV situation, and she was basically making light of it and making fun of it. And a day or two later, contract release. She was no longer with what's Rihanna's brand called?
Savage. Yeah.
Savage. Yeah, she was let go. And Ari too, both of them. So she's problematic, but hey, it is what it is. They know about it. Just like when Snoop Dogg got caught up with that one white chick, that one girl who's a pass around throughout the industry. They know about it.
Selena.
Yeah, they know about them. So I don't feel sorry for
Jay-Z and
either
Foxy
party.
Brown. Ain't nobody. Jay-Z was dating Beyonce when she was a teenager. She was 16 or
Exactly.
7. No, she was 17.
Exactly.
Oh,
And I think a lot of
and
times
Aaliyah.
we as women sometimes overlook it and don't want to, keep closed mouth. But all you got to do, these Negroes is butt hurt. That's what they are. They butt hurt because now we know the game more than we doing them on them.
Hey, Melody's in here.
Hey, Mel.
Hey,
Hey,
what?
Melody Cherie
Oh my
Happy
God.
Saturday.
on
Yes, Melody.
Instagram too. Yes, name and
Officially
claim.
Melody Cherie on the gram.
Look,
Okay.
you came at
Yes.
the right time because, baby, we acted a fool earlier, didn't we?
You might want to close your ears, Melody.
Yeah, baby. Melody, you didn't want to be around for that.
We
Yeah,
talking big shit today.
We was letting them demons have it. Okay.
But no, she secured her bag, honey. I ain't mad at her.
All
She
right.
should have. Now she's smart because these folks these days they doing unaliving folks. So she was smart. She
Oh,
might have wanted to stay private until after she had the baby.
Yeah.
She turned the post
And
on the
she tried to
gram.
do right. Oh, she
Queen,
tried to do right with Orlando, but he was cheating. But I'm going to hold space for Uppity because Uppity says she had to get in on this conversation.
and
So,
Hey,
before Uppity goes, Queen Melody said, "What'd you do?"
yeah, I can't. What did she say? What I do?
She
Y'all
said,
tell her what
"Ooh,
I
what
do.
y'all do?"
Hold on. Is Win Tay Talk still up in here? Tay, y'all want to tell her what I did? I feel like I'm in trouble now.
Anthony the fuck out. Like that's what happened.
Melody, they say you
Yes.
gotta watch the replay. Yeah.
yeah, we can't repeat it. It's like call to the principal's office. We can't repeat that.
Mm-mm.
Queen Sheba shook the table, honey.
Yeah, pretty much. Uppity, what are your thoughts?
Hey, I just wanted to hold the floor a bit about Drea. So, as far as Drea being problematic, she has been very problematic outside of the whole baby thing, right? She made fun of Meg the Stallion when she was shot in her foot. And there was a domestic violence situation with someone where she was like, damn, I wish a nigga would whoop my ass like that. Like, show me how much you care. And Rihanna, because of what Rihanna went through with Chris Brown, was just like, you gotta go. So Fenty showed up to her and her manager and were just like, effective immediately, you got to go. And then also Drea has never really shown any interest in being a mother, and that she went viral for not helping her son with his homework. And she was like, well, damn, like I don't have homework, you do. Why do I got to sign it? I can't help you with it, blah 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 blah. Her son got in trouble because she refused to sign the homework packets. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, when it comes to being knocked up by a 22-year-old, when I tell you these Negroes, if the genders were reversed, they would be like, that's a grown ass woman making a grown ass woman decision. But when it happens to the male gender, they want to infantilize that little Negro and then turn around and say men should lead. How is he a little boy at 22, but we're grown women at 22? You got to make it make sense. Now, I'm going to say something a little harsh, and that is Dre is a 10. That is a good looking woman. That is a woman who was 40 years old who can still snag a D1 draft pick. Would you not do the same if you were in that position? We talk so much about women and divine femininity and whatever. And Queen Sheba, I agree with what you said earlier about like, this is what women in other countries do, actually. They secure the bag for their kid. It's not about, oh, he's so fine and I'm going to build him up and I'm about to, be Barbara the Builder and start working with this man. Like, we see what happens when you build up a nigga. We've seen that on reality TV. We know exactly what that looks like. So Drea put herself in a position where she cannot be played. Now, do I think the age gap is weird? That particular age? Yes, I do. Now, to be fair, I was 25 with a 45-year-old. I think 25 is a little bit different than 22, but that's just a personal opinion. As far as Drea being wrong, I just don't think so, because in reality, she's what all these basketball players want. So whatever, so let their colorism work against them. If they're gonna make these decisions, let it work against them. because nobody feels sorry for you as a Black woman. Your decisions work against you. They tell your Black ass you should have chose better. You need to charge it to the game. Whoop de whoop whoop whoop. So when it happens to them, gather up your empathy and keep it for yourself and let it happen to them. I'm not mad at Draya for securing a bag. Like, America is a third world country in a Gucci belt. It's hard to live out here. If you could get by on your pretty, would you? And that's all I got to say.
That.
I love y'all for real.
The doors of the church are open.
I love it. Listen.
Look, no, that is true. That's what
dropped down.
That's what they be saying.
Dropped the mic and left.
Listen, period. I love it. Let me drop it for you. There you go. You hit him upside the head with that, didn't she? Belinda, welcome. What are you standing on when it comes to Draya?
Well, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. And I just want to say, I don't really follow her, know a lot about her. And when I said that, I felt like he would regret it. I kind of agree with Trendy. Well, I do agree with Trendy. She's 22. I mean, he's 22 and she's 39 or whatever. But however, it's weird. And I think when I say regretted, not regretting having the child, I don't think that would, I just think really, personally, I don't know him or her, and I don't know, but I really do believe that he wasn't intending to get her pregnant. That I don't think that was the plan. And she's a beautiful young lady. She has her son his age. And I don't know, the mindset of nowadays is totally different than in years ago. Things are just so out here and different. But I just believe at some point later on down the line, he's never going to regret the child, I don't believe. But he might regret as he really meet another young lady. Maybe he's into older women. I don't know. But if he meet another young lady, maybe somewhere in his age and get in there, he might look back on there and say, I don't know if that was a smart thing that I did. And you used to hear the saying that a lot of times men are not mature enough. I mean, mature than young women's are. And I do believe that. So I just feel like I don't have anything bad to say about either one of them, but I just do believe that that's something that maybe he wasn't intent to have. I don't think he wanted to have a baby by her. I think he was just enjoying himself, his life as a young man does. So, I mean, I just said what I said. That's just my opinion about it.
We love it. Thank you for sharing. But here's my notion on that.
Okay.
Y'all be shocked how many young men, not boys, young men like older women. Usher's one of them. I have a friend, and he told me a long time ago that when he was 16, he was sleeping with his mama's best friend. Now, he told me this when he was in his 40s. I was shocked. He said, man, I love that lady. I was in love with that lady. So I'm like, whoa, did your mom know? He's like, no, of course not. And so I don't know. Y'all might want to be watching these teenagers. Y'all will be shocked. Like I was completely shocked. You know what I'm saying? But Usher likes older women. So I don't know. What are your thoughts, panel?
I mean, to be honest with you, I would date below or above. Like I would do 7 above, 7 below. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Now 22, I don't know about all that because what we got to talk about, but I mean, when you put it like this, and I love Uppity because she really eloquently articulates herself, and in this like very stratified capitalistic society that we live in, you kind of got to get it how you live. And the way they commodify women anyway and our wombs, baby, if you using your womb to get the bag, I'd rather do that than be poor. I ain't mad at her. When you put it like that, and I understand like the whole soul work and all this, that, and third, it's kind of hard to concentrate on that when you check the check. I'm just being honest. And if we're honest with ourselves, that's just really what it is. It sucks, but either we're going to combat the capitalistic society or we're going to succumb to it.
I think a lot of women are mad because they're like, damn, because some women have been tricked into accepting any old thing. And it's not about when I listen to women talk now, and I'm seeing these Instagram with these men going out. You see, have y'all watched what's going on with the role reversals? The men with the microphones now.
I love those.
There's not a lot of laborious activity with a lot of our men. Just pay attention to what's going on. And now that they're in the streets and they're doing these interviews, and they're starting to condition this generation of women to not expect anything from them. And when they're asking them on the streets, how much money do I have to make? Or if I was broke, would you date me? Would you marry? Yeah, I would. Because money's not important. Money is important. Go ask any homeless person.
Okay.
Money is important. Ask anybody that's showing up to ER, to the hospital, that's had cancer and they don't have health insurance. You must be out of your damn mind if you don't think money is important. Stop letting them put that poison in you. You need money to get things done. You need money for resources. Ladies, please start talking to your daughters about what they should expect if there's not a man in the house. Okay. Money's very important. He cannot take care of her without money. All he's going to do is impregnate her and have her living at the lowest scale of poverty. Money is extremely important. You better start saying that. Tell your boys money's important. So you better pick wisely, because if you get her pregnant, she got your money. She got you soda for 18 years. Okay. Let's start doing better with these conversations with these kids, because money's very important. No, I don't. Yeah, I expect you to wine and dine me when you take me out. Because if I marry you, you want me to do everything in the home. You want me to birth your children. You want me to give you sex. You want me to carry myself well, not gain weight, do this, do that. Yeah. So you better take very good care of me. Lala, welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts?
Hi, Queen. Sorry, I got dropped off earlier.
Oh, you're fine.
My internet went. So, hi, good evening. Hope everyone's well. Happy week, Saturday,
Hey, sis. Love
everyone.
you.
I love you
Hey,
too,
Lala.
sis. Hi, sis. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey,
I
Caramel Rail, we see you out there.
I just wanted to say I wholeheartedly agree with you, Queen. Reason being, like, there's this saying, don't hate the player, hate the game. Drea has never been Mrs. Good Two's, stay-at-home wife. She's never been the wife kind of woman, She didn't have those attributes for men to wife her. They know this girl's been in the streets for years. From Philly all the way to LA, how do you think she made it? She did what she had to do. She dates celebrities. She is known. She's the same girl that went on the Breakfast Club and said her whole face can be erased.
I
So,
remember that.
do you remember that?
I ain't
So,
mad at that. Shoot. No face, no case. My whole face
what
is
I'm trying
erased.
exactly what I'm trying to say is, this lady. That why are you acting like she hasn't got a reputation? You've been knowing it. So if a 22-year-old wants to slid in her DMs, wine and dine her, impregnate her, and now she got a bag for the next 18 years, don't hate her, hate the game. And the reason why they hate Andrea is, number one, she's I don't even, 39 to me is not old, I'm sorry, but they're calling her older. But she's 39, still stunning, 10-10. The lady keeps in shape. She's got it because these young guys are still in her DMs. And on top of that, she's a woman. They hate to see a black woman win, especially at the same game they've been playing for years. The double standards is a joke. Like, you got men out here 35, 40 with an 18-year-old and 19-year-old, but he can do that. But a 22-year-old ain't got no brain, can't decide what's right or wrong. Give me a break. Drea, I'm sorry. Is it my kind of cup of tea? No. But it is what it is. She did what she had to do. She's been in this game, in these streets for a long time. Stop hating on her, because she did exactly what these other black men in entertainment and in regular streets do all the time. And she's winning. And they hate to see a black woman win. That's all it is. Because if it was a black man and the roles were reversed, they'd be high five, they'd be all up on those comments, bigging him up. Whoa, he bagged her, he did that. They have no smoke for these other guys who, are predators, unknown predators. They don't have no smoke for that. They have smoke for her. Give us a break. I'm not interested. Drea, do you, boo, win? Keep winning.
I know
That's all
that's
I had to
right.
say.
Thank you, Lala. Goddess83 says, I am not mad at Drea. It's not like it was a one night stand. He probably had been dealing with her for a moment, but they became public eye when she got pregnant. Listen, that's her man, y'all. They dating. It
Queen,
ain't,
they've been dating for over 6 months. I think nearly close to a year. She's
yeah.
been spotted in his games for a while now. They've been putting them together. So for them to act like this is just out of the blue, no, he's been whining, dining her. He's been spending money on her.
He
Yeah, this
likes
is not
her.
her first
I think
rodeo.
it was thanks first and foremost. Hello everybody.
Hey
Queen
there.
Sheba.
Who are we
Hi.
talking to
Hi.
so we can know? Is that Goddess
Yeah,
83?
this is
Go ahead.
Goddess. I was
Okay.
having connection because I was trying to come up from my garage. I want to say this. If you actually watch his thing, he was showing her because my little brother, who's also his same age, follows him consistently. He was actually showing her for a little bit on his Instagram, and then, like I said, when they became public, then it went public once she got pregnant. I'm 41. I get hit on, but I don't even look 41. I have a 19-year-old daughter. I get hit on by her friends who are in college with her. She has to be like, Mom, please don't come up to the school. Don't come visit me. And I said, why? She said, because people be asking, where's your sister? I'm like, that's my mom. So it is what it is. I turn down guys who are 19, 20, 23, 24. They just don't listen. There's some who would find me and reach out to you. I don't necessarily, I'm not for it, but I know me having brothers, I've told my brothers they like older women, don't date them, but do they listen? No. His mama probably told him no, he didn't listen. When you making that much money in a whole different arena, he probably was just messing with her. They seem to want to be with each other and they got with each other. Am I mad at it? No, because you know what? Men do it all the time, like the rest of us said. At the end of the day, good luck to this black woman who got it for what she got it. She's never hide that she a hoe. She was once a hoe and she's still gonna be a hoe some way, somehow.
And
It-
she's putting it on him. Come on, let's not act like he's there for nothing. He's enjoying everything about her. Every what is it? Intimate moment. He's enjoying the sex with her. It's probably the best sex he's ever had in his life. We grown, let's talk about it. She is turning him out. It's gonna be hard for him to leave her alone.
It is. He's not gonna leave her. And his birthday is they're both Aquariuses like me. His birthday is a day, kind of like the guy Orlando. He was February 10th. She was with him for how long before she finally decided I don't want to be a part of this no more.
Who? Who'd you say? We lost you. You're on mute. If y'all think about Scott Disick, you remember he was dating like Sophia somebody? She's like 19 and he's old as hell. And like Sophia, I think that was her name. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me read this one. Tanisha Butterfly, Black Butterfly says, I'm 39, freshly divorced, and there's a 32-year-old at me now. Oh, and Lord knows he fine. But baby, what will we talk about? However, the entertainment is nice. I usually deal with an older man. First of all, girl, old men can be very boring and they go to bed early. Okay, we can stop there. You 39 and you fine and he fine too. That's a grown man. What you mean what y'all gonna talk about? 32. I hope he know how to talk at 32. Let me ask the 32-year-olds or the 30-year-olds. Courtney, your device is not connected. For my 30-some-year-olds, can the men talk in y'all's age range? That's on the panel and in the chat. Y'all go ahead.
No, men ain't got game like that. The young
depends.
ones are spitting game out here.
That's the tea,
That
baby.
is really true.
I'm
It's
dating
the
a
truth.
27-year-old. Oh my god. Yeah, the dudes in my age range, they on some other stuff. I'm just gonna be honest. Like no game. They'll ask you for your number and never use it. Like just weirdo stuff, wanting you to pursue them. Like it's something about yeah.
They're
Oh,
sideline dudes, Jasmine.
can
All they
y'all
do is
in
stare
30?
at you, watch you from the sidelines. Don't make no type of effort, nothing. Like I've got nieces at 22. You should see the way they're getting men out here trying to wine and dine them. Like I'm telling you, the young ones got it. They learned the game and they're with it. They can speak to you any type of way. I get young guys come to me. I'm not interested in young men. It's just never been my thing. However, if they can talk the talk and treat you the way you want to be treated, like you said, age is nothing but a number. As long as it's not below the teens, 20s and stuff, is all game. It's all up there. Like everybody can go for it. Once you pass the age of 20, this whole mindset of, but he's 22, he don't know nothing. Excuse me. So why does a 22-year-old go know something?
Okay.
But he doesn't. What are you trying to say here? So at the end of it, it's as long as they're past the 20s, it's all fair game.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I want to say something, Queen Sheba. I remember my mom told me many years ago, and this probably not be relate to everyone, but she used to say, even because ever since it's been a world, this is nothing new that's been going on. Older men has been attracted and dealing with younger women, but it was kind of like a hush hush thing. It wouldn't back in the day. It wouldn't actually be so prevalent out here now. But she used to say to us that when older men would pursue a date, have younger women, she said that, this is how they were. They were like, you was their child in the daytime, but they want you to be their woman at night in that bed. And I'm not saying that's effect necessary for but that every situation. But that's, and you asked the question about what conversation they have. Some, like I said earlier, some are youngers are more mature than others. They do, but there are, because men have known not to always be so mature. So I just don't know. I don't know. Right now, he's 22, she's 39. They might have a lot going on in common. I don't know. And it might not nothing might not never come of it. It's just my opinion. I just feel like at this point, from what you guys saying, because like I said, I don't keep up with her. She's been known to be out there, and he's so young. And I'm not saying that, that I don't know.
Hold on. I want to address that. And then the review hour, you got next. Let me review hour, and then we got Sharnetta, and then we got Courtney. Okay. Check it out though. Mike Epps is older, right? If we say she should date, let's just take a Mike Epps that says some stupid ass shit on a podcast, didn't honor his wife, basically acted like she was non-existent, and said he's never ever 100% treated a woman right. I ain't mad at Drake. Because he's young, but he's also not jaded yet. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's not jaded, but that's a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Bro, hold on. That's a young one. Y'all don't want these old ass men. Come on now. They not in shape no more. They not taking. I see some up with them bellies. I'm like, he go to bed. He
why I love you,
early. He ain't got no.
Queen.
He don't
I like a
want to go for a walk. Go ahead.
I like a pop queen.
No, who said that?
Not a pop.
Courtney, yes, I do.
You like a pop?
I like them. I like pops. Yes, I do.
Not you trying to go to IHOP and get the before 5.
You know how you watching Tom and Jerry?
How you watching? Y'all don't see those old men on Instagram? The little, what is it? The Silver Spot Squad. Those little old guys. They ain't fine to me.
You ain't say them.
I like those kind of pops. Not the.
I like Denzel. If I'm gonna do that, I'll take a Denzel, a mature one. I know how to talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
King Lear. Yeah.
But look, because Draya's in shape. Draya look better than some of these 20-some-year-old girls. She's tight. She works out a lot. She really does. This boy, y'all, they probably have great sexual chemistry. He's in shape. His libido is probably. They're having a lot of sex. That's what most men want.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just stop there. She's meeting all of his needs because, like y'all said, Draya has never shied away from the fact that she's a hoe. And that's why she outhoed the rest of the hoes. So the hoes are mad.
This is
in my opinion. The review hour, y'all got quiet. The review hour made the best hoe win. That's what it seemed like.
Well,
I'm just saying. I told y'all this was going to
not you cleared the palace queen. Everybody got quiet.
They forgot we on one today. The review hour. What are your thoughts?
Hey, y'all got it going on today. Well, for one, I'm into my partner is an older gentleman, and he is in no way tired, boring, or any of that.
What time he go to bed?
Huh? What time you go to bed? Later than me. Later than me. I'm the one that has to play catch up. But as far as Draya, I think that Draya, of course, anybody age is a number. It's just a number. But with Draya, I think she is at a point in her life. She does realize that that's all that she has to offer is the womb. Maybe, as far as her youthfulness, at the age of 39. But like all 22-year-olds, doesn't matter who it is, they get bored. We've all been there at 22. We get bored easily. And so maybe I think that she knows, this is maybe a temporary thing, and it's best for her to, stamp the deal, and get that baby in, because she knows, figured it out that this is not going to be forever. Now, the only sad part about that, I hate that she's given the image that is the only way an older black woman, whether they're 39, 40, 50, 60, that is the only way that they can obtain the things that they want in life is to use their sex. So, that's the only sad part. I don't like to hear that, the talk that that's the only way we can get it. That's the only way we can get to the top is to offer our bodies. That is not the only way. We can get it ourselves. Whatever we want, wherever we want to go, we can get it ourselves. We don't have to date somebody that is, a 22-year-old who happens to have a lot of money in order to have things. And that's what I'm hearing, that, she sealed the deal, with this 22-year-old because that's the only way that she can get it. No other way. And I just hate that, black women feel that way. That's the only way I can get it is meet somebody with money in order to have anything in life.
I think she had money and she liked him.
She's not setting an example for all of us. That's her life path. She's not setting an example. Like, like the representation, we have all facets, and it's just that's her avenue she's chosen. Now she can model. I mean, before she lost her contract, she was with Savage Fenty. That's one of the most popular brands. She can do other things. I think she's making a very conscious choice on some things that she's doing, but she's representing an avenue, but she does not at all setting an example. That's the only way. I think the even when go back, let me not get into politics, but basically our statistics are out there that black women are very much high succeeding. When we get bored, we go for a degree, we go do all kinds of things, like she's not our example. She's just an avenue though.
Oh, and I agree with that. I'm not saying that she is every black woman's example. I'm just saying that maybe I should have said some black women or some women, period. They believe, and when they see something like that, well, hey, that is the only way I can get it. I got to, seal the deal by having a baby by a very rich man. That's the only way I'm going to have these things that I want. Go ahead.
They having babies by poor men.
That's true. But my thing is, and that's true, but my thing is, why should we think, because when you have a baby by a poor man, obviously, you already know what's there, that, hey, I'm not going to get much. But is that the only way that you can obtain the good things in life is to have a baby by a rich man?
Can we talk, y'all, for real, for real?
Let's talk.
Let's talk. All right.
Let's talk, Queen.
These kids out here fucking. Okay. Period. They ain't think they doing it with Brokies, Dusties, Pookie, and Ray Ray. They out here having sex. Period. They doing it. Now, what's wrong if you get one or two that's looking at the other ones that got impregnated by the Brokies and the Dusties, and she said, I'm already doing it. I may as well go over here to the NBA. I may as well go over here to NFL. Which I'm just saying, I'm not saying I agree or disagree, but they already doing it. So which is worse if they're gonna do it anyway?
It's both worse, but the question is,
can she get it on her own? Can she get it on her own?
Yes.
Is what I'm asking.
A lot of them
She
can't.
did.
A lot of them
Sorry.
can't. They Instagram models now. They hoeing, y'all. Come on, that's what I'm trying to
But
say.
then Queen Sheba, let me say this. What example is she setting for her kids in the future?
Don't care. We
Oh
talking.
yeah.
They don't care. Look what they doing online. Look at Young Miami saying I got peed on. Let's talk.
Okay.
They don't give a this generation. They doing it anyway. They
But you
sell
know what? I hate
For
that that's
free.
the standard that we as Black women have set. Some of us have set out there for our younger kids. 'Cause I have a granddaughter
That
who's
wasn't my
not
example.
who's 9 years old, and I just feel like social media is out here. Everything is out here, and you try to avoid your kids from being a part of it or seeing it. It's no way. So I mean, and you know what? These young people minds are so, to me, the Bible tells us that are weak. They're wise, but yet they're weak. So not just for her, all the other ones, all the rest of them that's out there doing it. What example are you setting? We as Black women, when are we gonna wake up and say, hey, I don't want my daughter or my grandchild to be able to subdue to something to that effect that he's 22 and she's 39, and then she's already has two other kids by different men. What good example? That's not a
Can I
good
give you
example.
something to ease your mind about the younger generation?
Okay.
Actually, after millennials, I don't know if it started with millennials, but Dre is a millennial like me. After millennials, although there is more hypersexuality being put forth through social media and everything, Gen Z is actually less sexually active than the other generations. They
Mm.
are not going with that just because that's what's out there. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I know that there's these people out here, but Gen Z is like pulling back. Like, I don't want this. Like, so I just wanted to say that they are actually less sexually, like having less sexual partners a lot of
They're
times,
more
less sexually
asexual.
active than our other generation.
That's what, and my question is what? Okay, you know what? Let me go to Sharnetta, and then I'm gonna go to Courtney, and then Simone, and then y'all. We got to keep this conversation going because I got a big question for y'all. I got a real big question. I'm not gonna give it to y'all yet because I don't want y'all to prepare. I'm gonna ask you on the spot. Sharnetta, welcome.
Hey, Queen, Palace, and all the ladies on the panel. How y'all doing today?
You're doing good.
Hey.
Y'all hot, hot, hot today. Hot, hot, hot.
What are your thoughts?
My thought is y'all sleeping on Drea.
Come on now.
This girl come with a bag too. She ain't just in it for the money. Drea model. She acts like a somebody in the chat just put. She has a swimwear line. So it's not about the money. It's about the energy where both of them are. She's hitting 40. He's in his 20s. Sexually, they're both at their prime right now, and it's good, good. Trust that. So of course, a love child gonna come from it, and she deserve it. Do you hear me? Niggas get passed around just like females, and they found each other, and I ain't mad at her about it.
Oh.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running? Yeah, she said what
That's
she
right.
said.
You know, they're both in their primes. When women come up on 40, we ready. We ready. And she don't want no 40-year-old man. He can't keep up with her. But him, he bringing the business. And she got a little bad, Don't hate on it. It ain't like she just a slouch. She got some things popping out here too. So kudos to Drea. And I said what I said.
Yeah, y'all come on up if y'all want to speak on it. Listen, y'all have to think about Drea, who she's dated. She dated that other boy that played for the Dallas Cowboys. He lost his position on the Dallas Cowboys. She ended up taking care of him. Y'all, listen, I'm gonna save it for the question. Remind me of the question. Courtney, welcome. Simone, you're up next.
Hello. I just really want to come up. I haven't been up in a while. Just to say hey to everybody. And I hate to go against the grain, but I'm kind of on the side of I'm not really invested in this, but I'm kind of on the side of he just for my taste, he's too young. When I was like 18 coming out of school, I used to date older guys all the time because I was just about money and I felt like, the older men had it. And as I've gotten to be an older woman, I'm 38 now. So now I look back, and then I'm a mother. I look back like I wouldn't want that for my daughter. And then I have a 16-year-old son. Honestly, I wouldn't be comfortable with him bringing an older woman home talking about they're about to have a child. I was a parent at 22, but I'm nowhere near the parent that I was at. I was a good mom at 22, but I'm a great mom at 38. I just don't, a child is something serious. I could see dating a child is, that's a whole nother level. Um, Another thing, what was I lost my train of thought. Um, excuse me, I'm getting over the flu. I don't know. I'm not really hating on Drea. I agree with what Uppity said. She's a 10. Um, you know, I get nobody's looking at her as a role model. I just think I recently dated a few months ago. I was dating a 30-year-old. We just had nothing, literally nothing in common, and that's an 8-year gap. And he was childish to me. Like, I don't see but again, I've always kind of liked older guys. I've kind of liked, I like them to be my age or, a few years older. I think the conversation, like, what do you talk about with somebody that much younger than you? What do you have in common? But after sex, what do you have in common?
They ain't talking. They working it out.
But when the baby get here, what they gonna talk about?
The
I
baby.
have to ask that too.
They're
I
gonna
mean,
talk
why
about
do you
the
have to dumb
baby.
yourself down just for sex?
But maybe I think y'all, we are assuming that because and are we assuming? Let me ask you this. Are we assuming because there's an age gap that these people don't really care about each other?
No, they might have a lot in common. I'm just speaking from my personal experience, but the two, I don't know either one of them. So they might be like equally yoked. They might be, they
Financially,
might
they're
get
equally
along
yoked. I think
really
Drea
well.
spent a lot of spending her money on broke niggas.
It's the dating part doesn't bother to me. It's the baby part for me. The dating, to each his own. For my taste, it's not like I'd be like, not for me. But I mean, again, like I said, I'm not really that invested in this situation. But I don't. It wouldn't for my taste. It would be a no as far as having a baby.
All right. At least y'all are honest. That's what we're here for. Y'all are keeping it real. Who said what? They said who said that? What are you asking, Purple Unicorn? Let's go to Simone. What are your thoughts, Simone?
I think it's just a fair exchange right now. I think I agree with Uppity, what she said a while back. I think it's just they're having fun. And at this point, I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. When we were younger, a lot of older men hit on us. I know I got hit on. It is what it is. It's just part of the game. Right now, it's part of the game. I don't think he's being duped. I think he has full knowledge of everything of her past. She is no slouch. She does have a bag of her own. Now, she may not be making NBA money, of course, but that's why she has secured the bag with the baby. So at this point, I'm not mad at any of it. I don't think he's getting got. If he may not have known, I'm sure some of his handlers, people around him, could tell him full well of what her background is. So I don't think it's one of those situations. I think she is trying to secure her future. She knows, she's getting older and she's still beautiful right now, but as you age, things do change. So at this point, I'm not mad at any of it. I mean, unfortunately, I look at it for what it is. I do think it was a bag, a grab for her. I think they may be having fun. They may have some pleasant conversations after sex. Who knows? But at this point, I think she is securing her future. This is her 401k. He, 22 years old, your mind changed back and forth, especially a man. He still hasn't fully reached his maturity yet. So, it is what it is. He got, he's caught up with this woman, and it's going to be what it is. And I think the people that are kind of downplaying it, especially the men, they're just mad because she's doing a them on them. She's taking the game and running with it. They're used to being in control and controlling the situation. And these women like Drea and others like her, they're controlling their own situation. You know what I mean? She's not duping him at all. He's not being duped. Okay, the sex may be leading the situation. If anything that we may maybe have some empathy to is the baby, because she does not have a good track record with her children, especially her oldest son. I do feel bad. Well, sort of sorry for the child. Hopefully it's he'll love him or her. like, they should be. But anything else, this is just the game. This is just what the game is. And this time she's she's the alpha in it.
Yeah, and
That's
she's
all I
winning.
got. Yeah.
Let me say this. Somebody's there's some really good comments. Y'all, the chat is on fire. Y'all, I can't. I'm like, damn, which one do I highlight? There's so many really good ones. But let me say this real quick. Contrary to popular belief, let's keep it 100. Most men don't care if you a hoe or not. If once he has decided, listen to me carefully, that he likes you and he wants you in his life, whole history or not. You get what I'm saying? When he's decided that you're the one for him, most of them don't care. The ones that choose to go that route. I just want to put that out there.
That's true. That's true. They don't
Yeah.
care.
Who
They
said
don't
that,
care.
Simone?
Yeah, they don't care.
They don't.
They do what they want to
I
do.
definitely think men don't care about your wholeness or any of that. But I mean, like I said, I'm just speaking from a mother standpoint.
I got you.
Don't bring no old hoe to me. That's my
Uh,
son. You better keep it over there. I
Brittany,
don't want you to bring no
what is
old hoe home talking about you got her pregnant. Now you can sleep with the old hoe if that's what you want to do, but don't bring it to my house talking about she's pregnant and huh? What you and your enjoy your life, enjoy yourself, ball out. Talking about a baby, ball out.
Yeah. And then this is my last question. We're gonna wrap up. Because the review hour, this is your fault. You sparked this question because you were like, women shouldn't be thinking about, I gotta do this to get money. I mean, I shouldn't be picking this guy if I'm gonna have a baby. That's what we put on little girls from soon as they become toddlers. You buy them baby dolls. You put the baby doll in a stroller. You tell her, go check on your baby. Push your baby stroller. Then you get the little kitchens. What are you gonna cook? And this and this and that. So my question to you all is, what are you teaching these girls to pick in a man? I'm gonna start with trending. I told y'all I wasn't gonna give y'all time to prepare. I'm gonna start with trending because she may have to jump down. Trending. Trending may have jumped down already. Let me go to the review hour. What are you teaching?
Okay, I'm here. I ran back upstairs.
Go Trendy. Okay, go Trendy. You got the mic, Trendy. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me pause everything. I'm on a delay. Sorry, Queen. You got the mic. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. You sound great.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. I had the kitchen set as a kid. I had the Barbie set. I don't have kids because I don't want to teach nobody nothing. So I don't know. That's all I was gonna say.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, Queen, this is Belinda. I'm gonna say this. I have two girls, and I'm gonna just be honest. My mom, it was 8 of us, and my mom got married very young, and we all did not have the same father. But I saw her struggle and what she went through, and I knew from me that's not what I wanted. I wanted better. So I didn't want to go out and just have babies and just get with somebody. I wanted something to make something because I saw how she struggled. Now, as far as my girls, I taught them. I was married. I got married young, stayed married over 25 years. And I taught them. Yes, I did. I bought them the baby dog, the stroller, the kitchen. But I also taught them what was important, that first of all, you just don't give your body to anybody. That's something sacred that you don't do. And it's supposed to be with someone that you really care about or love you and you love them. Secondly, and that you don't just depend on a man. You go out, you get your career, you get your job, and you make your money, and you guys get together and y'all do something and make a life for yourself together. So I taught them well. Did they both turn out to do exactly that? Absolutely not. But I did instill that into them because my baby girl has a deadbeat dad. But even with, and she's struggling. One for me and my ex-husband, she wouldn't be having what she has. But I instilled that in her. So it's at the end of the day, whatever you instill in your daughters or your kids, they still going to make their own decision. But yes, I did instill and wanted them to have good values and morals and standards, and say, hey, just don't go out and jump in a bed with anybody and get a baby, because anybody can make a baby. But it takes a man, a father, to raise a child, and a mother too. And we have to remember that. And I say what I said.
All right. I love it. I love it. The review hour. What are you teaching? Because I know I want to. Belinda said, "Hey, it's somebody you care about and have standards and morals." Do we not think that when these young girls are picking these guys and say, "You know what? My mama said have standards and morals. I do care about him." But when it comes to setting yourself up for success, what are we saying to these girls? The review hour.
Well, I don't have daughters. You know, I have a son and a bonus son. But as far as I do have a niece, and I will say that, you know, I've tried talking and saying, hey, make sure that you are secure. You secure your own bag. You know, and if you're going to be with someone, you know, make sure that you can have your back and his too. But on the other note too, make sure whoever you choose can have his back and yours too. It's not about you trying to go out and make sure that, how can I say, don't be dependent and on someone for your life. You know, you got to make sure that you're okay when they're no longer okay with you. You got to be. I've seen it. Women my age that I consider friends, married for over 20 years, and then when they get that divorce, they leave with nothing. All that time they won't pay their bills. The credit is bad, and that man sit there and watch them. You know, just do that, and then when it's time for him to part ways with you, you know, he didn't hid half the money, and you leaving having to go back and live with your mom. So yes, I do talk with my niece, but you know, they'll get with someone that can't have their back, and they have to call someone and borrow money from, because you can't have your own back, and you can't even have his, and he can't have his own back, and he can't have yours. So that's what I would teach a young lady that come into my life. Like, be able to have your own back. And if you happen to get with someone, you know, make sure that you're in a position, if you love that person, they love you, that you can have their back too, if it comes to that.
All right. That's fair. Sharnetta, what would you say?
Well, I would say we were raised how to keep a house, but also to be independent. That no matter what, like the caller just said, you can pay your own way. But we was also taught, don't have no habits you can't afford. So that's why I say kudos to Draya, because she got it both ways as far as the topic is concerned. So it comes out in the wash evenly. And somebody got to teach them how to do.
Hey, I love it. I agree. I don't think we're saying enough. I think we're talking very vaguely. I don't think we're getting specific. And let me tell you why and how I know. Teen pregnancy, single parent households, we not doing a good job.
Exactly.
We're not doing a good job. We're not teaching. We're not intentionally teaching. Loving yourself and all of that is good, but you need to tell them exactly what they deserve.
That's because grandma is out there in the club popping, trying to hang with her nieces and, you know, all of them folks. They done forgot that part about the teaching. Those days are gone. The internet is now the teacher.
All right.
Y'all have a good one. Love y'all.
Thank you, Sharnetta, for coming up. Have a good Saturday. Simone Wealthy, what are you saying? What would you say?
As far as what we should teach our girls, definitely the morals, the values of yourself, your body, and also make sure you secure your own for yourself, and get someone or get with someone who has done it for themselves as well, or is capable of doing it for themselves. I mean, self-preservation is it. Don't lose yourself in a relationship, but don't, you don't have to go through a whole bunch of BS and be struggling and broke in a relationship either. So, secure your own bag on your own so you can make it on your own, be independent, with all the whole morals and values and all of those things. But, you don't have to get with the Pookies and the Ray Rays just because these niggas on these podcasts be trying to shame you into it. Fuck that. Self-preservation is key.
I know that's right. All right. Listen, Uppity says black teen pregnancy is way down from the 90s. You know why, Uppity? Because they're aborting. And then she said Hispanic girls are the highest in teen pregnancy. Yeah, they're having the children. So when we think about overall pregnancy, I don't really know where we are because we're not actually delivering the babies anymore. I just wanted to throw out that little one. Let me go to Courtney. What would you say?
Being that I have a daughter, just to be honest, of course I want the world for my daughter. I want her to have real love and all of that. But to keep it all the way 100, love don't pay the bills. Make sure that you have somebody that you're looking for somebody that knows themselves, know what they want, have ambition, um, and has a bag. I don't want her to date anybody broke. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie like that. I don't. Um, that's a hard life. That causes a lot of problems in relationships. Not having no money, not being able to do this or that. That's problematic in relationships. So make sure that it's somebody that look at how they treat their family, their mother, their female, their sisters, their grandmothers. Look at how they treat the people in their family. Somebody that respects you, keeps the communication open. Um, but somebody that can take care of you. And I just hope that I hope my daughter gets the desires of her heart. But if not, make sure that they can take care of you.
I love your honesty. And I think we should be teaching these young girls and young ladies, you need a man that should and want to be able to take care of you. And here's what that looks like. We should be having those conversations because we got too many struggle. There's too much struggle right now. It's just way too much. And I don't think we're having the right conversations. Steffi, 1961, what are your thoughts? What would you say?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. You sound great.
Okay. I have a daughter. She's 36. And she and her friends are very well off. And they date older guys. But they can very much take care of themselves. They're very educated. Most of them have 2 and 3 degrees. But they can't relate to the younger guys because they're too mature. And they don't have what they have. So I taught her to be able to take care of herself and to be able to um, also be able to demand respect and do not ever settle for less.
I love it. Don't ever settle for less. Thank you, Steffi, 1961. Luminita? Lumin. Y'all help me say it. You know who I'm talking to. Thank you for the Cash App. I just got it. Thank you. Thank you. And Dorothy, I see you. You asked me to say happy birthday, Kason. So y'all wish Kason, that's our grandson, a very happy birthday. Kason, did you hear us? Happy birthday to you. We hope you have a wonderful Saturday and lots of cake and ice cream. All right. So, Lala, what you gonna say?
Hi, Queen. I don't have any children or anything, but from my point of view, I would say to any young women out there is always like respect yourself, respect your body. Your body is like your temple. Like don't be allowing any Tom and Dick and Harry up inside of you. Respect yourself. And the minute you respect yourself, you're gonna see all the dusties run away and all the real ones stay with you. So that's number one for me. And I always say, get your own first Before you hit these streets, make sure you got your own. Make sure if anything happens to you, you are protected within yourself, and you protected in terms of your finances, your home secure, everything secure yourself before you go out in these streets, because these streets are hard out here. The men out here, they don't want to do what God told them to do, which is provide and protect. They're not on that anymore. They're out here on podcasts being sissies. So let's just leave it at that. But I would say to young women, respect yourself, get your own, value yourself, have some self worth, and know that you are entitled to be worshipped, to be spoiled. You are not meant to be in struggle love, because I don't know what struggle love is. I'm sorry, I never seen it. I ain't grow up in that kind of environment. I don't know why they're trying to push that upon black women always. Struggle love, let him pay half the bills. No, he pays all the bills. While you sit there and be the wife that you're supposed to be. While you provide him the care and the love that he needs in order to go out there and work hard and provide for you. So enough of this whole struggle love business. I would teach my daughters to love themselves first, put themselves first. And if a right man comes along, make sure he can support you and provide for you. That's all I wanted to say, Queen.
I like it. I like it. I agree with you, Lala. Journey to Jasmine. What are you gonna say?
I don't have children either. But as far as like my nieces go, I would definitely tell them, yo, put yourself first. Understand the world that you live in, and make sure that you're equipped to live in that world. And I do what I can to do my part to make sure that they are. And my mom always said to me, like, she made sure that they didn't set me up with like kitchens and stuff like that. Like, I had Barbies, but like and stuff like that, but more so I wanted to be an archaeologist, so they used to buy me like geodes and stuff, that's what I was into. So, I appreciate them for doing that. I definitely feel like that, plus what my dad instilled in me, definitely set me on a different trajectory. Um, so I do see the importance in making sure that there's a solid structure and whatnot, because if not, like, you can sometimes be programmed into a certain, like you were saying, like with the baby dolls and the kitchen sets, like our our society programs women to be subservient down to the toys that we give children. So it's easy to fall into that when you're not cognizant of it. But I'm glad that you brought it to the point, I mean, excuse me, to the forefront, to show people like, hey, like, have you consciously thought about how we project these things on our children, and then it's perpetuated into the
Mhm.
next generation. I appreciate that.
No, thank you. I'm glad you brought it back to the baby dolls. And I don't want you all, maybe two people from the panel. I'm not going to go through everybody. I'm going to throw this out there if you want to jump in. And if you've done it before, if you've done it before, I want to know your why. Why do y'all buy little girls, baby dolls, and strollers and stuff like that? Do you know why you're doing it?
Queen, I'm gonna say this is Belinda. Um, for me, maybe because, and it might not have been the right thing, but because that's how can I say it? That was what's being advertised. That's what kids like. They go in the store, they see the kitchen, or they see the baby dolls. Not necessarily the mind say, hey, I want you to do this. This is what I want you to show as far as setting up a house and having babies. That wasn't not what I had in mind when I bought it for my daughters. So I can only speak for me. And I will say this as far as young ladies. I know some of the ladies are saying they don't have kids. I still think that and even with my daughters, even with myself, no matter what you can be taught to do this and do it this way, and still you end up going another way. That's why and I agree with one of the callers, you have to love yourself and know what it is about you that you want and what you accept and what you won't accept. You have to love you first. If you don't love you, who's going to love you? And having a bunch of babies, it's not it. What does that do for you? Nothing. And so no, but yes, but anyway, getting back to the question, when I bought those for my daughters, I didn't have in mind that I was trying to teach them to set up to have, oh, this is what you do as a woman. This is the kitchen. This is no, I
No,
didn't.
none
I
of
mean,
us
no.
do. None of us do. But now
Mhm.
subconsciously, do you understand that's what we were pushing?
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. But that wasn't my mindset, and that's not what I had in mind when I
Right.
did it back then. And yes, I
That's
do agree
it
with
was
you on that.
subconscious.
I wanted to add something. I forgot a point, Queen.
Okay.
I do want to say another thing that I want to teach my daughter, and something I had to learn. When to leave. I don't want no. We as women have to learn. Stop looking at needing 5 and 10 red flags. And it doesn't always have to be a hard, bitter exit. It could just be a thank you for your services. Go on. But I do want her to know when something is not for her.
I agree, Courtney. I think we stay to I think okay, the baby doll thing. Anybody else want to jump in? Hold on. Let me say this because Courtney, oh my God, you just made a really good point. The baby doll thing. Anybody else want to jump on that before I elaborate on Courtney's point? Just one more person, and then we'll move on to 92.7 and D me and DM. I'm sorry. Okay. Um, I don't buy like baby dolls and strollers. Once I learned and I saw the study, I don't know where I saw it. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that's what we were grooming. We were actually grooming, and not in a negative. I'm not saying that anybody did anything intentional, but when you know better, you do better. There's so much more we can put in front of young girls. So once I ran into that study and I heard, how it impacts and how we're grooming them to desire a man and want a man, and they become teenagers and they got to have a boyfriend or they don't feel loved and all of that. I'm like, damn, we was setting them up to knock them down and had no idea. Here's your baby. Here's this, because you can't have the baby without the man. And I know it's like, but when you really think about the psychological impact, that's what we're pushing. So when it came to my little niece, I would give her other stuff, books, journals, colors, all of that. So much so when she became a teenager, I said, hey, I'm about to send you some gifts. And she started laughing. She said, Auntie, you don't have to send me markers anymore and color gel pens. I'm 17. I said, oh, no. That's not what I'm sending you. I know. Because, yeah. But when she got a certain age, I started sending purses and nice stuff, right? So she can look nice in school, quality stuff. But just think about that. Of all the things that we can give them, why is it that the baby dolls and the strollers and all the duties of a woman, why are we handing that over to the kids? Because that we're not giving little boys, what are we giving little boys?
Monster trucks,
And
dinosaurs,
and used to be guns.
guns, yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yep.
Yeah, I don't know. We probably
Basketballs.
basketballs, yeah.
Mhm.
But it ain't got nothing to do with taking care of a home.
Nope.
Nope, you're right. That's true.
92.7, what are your thoughts?
Queen Sheba, everybody in the chat, how y'all doing?
We doing good. Welcome, Queen.
Doing good. Thank you. It's crazy that y'all talking about this because I was literally this week on YouTube in the comments. It's this guy, the angry man something.
Oh,
yeah, and he always posts like these clips, but I love it because I love debating and hearing different perspectives and all that good stuff. But with the Draya situation, I'm not really mad about it. Like, it gives me Stella got a groove back type of vibe. But in general, speaking of just young African American females, I'm 32, so I'm speaking from my generation standpoint. And the generation younger than me, and I have a sister that's like 27, 26. So I feel like there is a lot of city girl behavior, for lack of a better word. But I also feel like relationships in 2024 and the standard and just what society is pushing is crazy. I do feel like women should have go after their education, be financially stable, because the worst position to be in is to not have your finances in order and be dependent on a man. Do you remember in the movie Set It Off when Jada Pinkett had to have relationships with that man to get her brother a check?
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Hey, that that was the like hardest part of that movie to watch just because it's so real. I I've never been in that situation, but I have a lot of women in my family, friends, and church family member. I know a lot of women who have been in that position where they had to do something they might not have wanted to do in order to get a bag or to pay a bill or whatever the fact may be. So the reason I brought up that angry man, he posted something and he was like, black women need to stop focusing on getting an education and chasing the bag, and they need to try to become better wives. And I was so disgusted by that because I'm like, in 2024, for one, if we're being realistic and looking at the statistics, you're going to need two incomes in the household to be okay. So to think that a woman can just sit around and have babies and go and get her nails done and take care of, like, that's not realistic in 2024. Not where I'm from. Everybody got to bring something to the table. So my message basically is just black women, keep doing y'all thing, keep striving for excellence, own businesses, own land, and take care of business.
I love it. Thank you. That's an awesome reminder. 92.7. Awesome reminder. Standing on your business. Do not get tricked out of your spot, ladies. DM. Welcome, DM.
Good afternoon, Queen Sheba and the Palace. I just want to say, based on the thing that you posted, I joined the Palace today. I've been listening for a while, and I may have commented on your show a couple of times. But two things I wanted to say. One was I'm Generation X, Gen X, and my daughter is a millennial. And Generation X, working hard, showing your daughter how to work, showing your family how you can be an independent person, purchasing your first apartment, what all the things that you need to do. And you said something about baby dolls. I was sitting here and I just wasn't going to say anything. Then I said something. I never bought my daughter the baby doll with the stroller, but I did buy her a doll that was an Addie doll. That was a black doll that looked like her, something that she can pass on to her children when she's ready to pass on. So I think it depends on how you look at, what structure of a doll. I still actually have the doll in my house until she's ready to pass it on. She could pass it on. But what I wanted to say, by her being a millennial and the difference in raising up, we have a grandson now. She has a son. Where I used to work and hustle, she likes to work and has that trait of mine, but she'd rather be an at-home mom and work. So it just depends on how you pour into your child and your seed, so your seeds can grow and navigate in this life. So that's all I wanted to bring to the table. It depends on, how it depends on the person, and then what was given to you, what was given to me from baby boomers and the years before that. The nuggets that was instilled in me helped me to instill in my child, who's a millennial. But those step stools and those tools help you, to move forward.
Excellent, excellent commentary. Thank you for coming up to share. I'm glad that you hopped up and pulled up. Aren't you glad you came up just to share?
Yeah, and sometimes I get nervous about trying to share stuff, but sometimes I hear stuff that I want to jump on the board. I mean, the beginning of this show, I think about spiritual warfare, and I see even back to when you interviewed somebody and what happened after that interview, and it took you into a place that you had to get settled. We are in spiritual warfare every day and daily, and I'm just glad to see how you came out of the gate and kind of put people on straight street. And hopefully, if they, take heed. If they don't, I hope you go for it and go at it. Go for the guzzle.
I will too. And I meant what I said. Thank you. Thank you for that confirmation and that validation. And that's what we do. And that's important here, validating each other as women. I appreciate you, Dee. I want to share
Thank
something with y'all real quick. I used to be a flight attendant. And flight crews, after a while, you'll find yourself flying with the same people over and over. So I've been around for many years. I've been around mostly Caucasian men because I was in that industry for 12 years. This was before black pilots became a up thing. You know what I mean? Now we're seeing more and more and it's great. But back then, I'm a Gen X too. It was like rare. And we would be like, wow. It would be like, you know what I mean? Like a wild card. And this white pilot, he told me something. His name was Bill, redhead. And we had started flying together and we would always be talking. He'd be telling me about his kids and stuff. And I was in my 20s. You know what he told me? Marry rich, marry for money. Fuck that love shit. You make sure you find a man that can take care of you. That's what a white man told me. So when 92.7 came up here and said, don't y'all let these black men trick you out of your spots as black women and what you deserve, that's what a white man told me. And I'm not his daughter. That man was confirming my greatness, speaking life into me. You know what I mean? Telling me what I deserved. Because he saw whatever potential he saw. I see you, Gwendolyn. I'm gonna bring you up next. Awesome. That was the first thing, and that always stood out to me. I thought, dang. Anybody,
He
any thoughts
spoke
on
no
that before?
lies. He spoke no lies. He told you the truth. That is the God's honest truth. And I think the agenda these days is for them to try to shame black women into dating low, going low, coming back and reaching back for their low vibrational, low achieving asses. That's what I'm getting from so many of these podcasts and YouTube channels and whatever else media platforms. They want to dumb us down. They want us to play dumb because they know that they can't get, well, they can if they try, but they're not trying to get to the levels that we've gotten to. So to will us back and to shame us and to humble us, they're feeding all this stupid ass rhetoric, and it's sad. But sometimes people outside of our community, they can see it better than us. So what that pilot told you was nothing but the facts, and my grandma told me that too. So
Yeah, and
Hey,
it seems
hey,
like a lot of
Queen, can I say
100%.
this?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
want I want to say this, and oh God, when you said that, it brought back some memory. I was at work many years ago, and we was just some coworkers. Ladies was sitting around talking, and we had one coworker. She was half black and half Asia, and she said, the thing with black women's versus white women's and other races, she said, specific black and white women. She said black women's were taught to marry for love. White women's were taught to marry for stability of what you got, and then you can love later. And I had sat there and I had to think about that. And like I said to you guys earlier, I did teach my daughters about you just don't go lay with nobody. Make sure that you love them and all that. But I also taught them too, you want somebody who wants something out of life as well. But when you think about that, I was like, that's interesting because do we really think about that? We do tell our kids. I don't know. I don't say everybody, all black women does that, but I mean, just normal. You say you don't just like when they say, "Well, I want to marry this guy." You first thing you say, "Do you love him? Do he love you?" But actually, when you think about it, she was like, "White women don't do that. Their
No.
parents don't teach them that."
Can he take care of you? What does he do? What is his
Absolutely.
family? Who is his mother? Where does his dad work? Blah, blah, blah.
Ex-
Where did he go to school? They ask everything except love. I
exactly,
can
Facts,
learn and love
Queen.
you in
exactly.
my nice house.
I know that's right.
Yes,
That's
Yeah.
it's a
facts. When I
contract.
was in
Marriage is a
university,
contract.
Queen, there was all the ladies that I went predominantly white university in the UK. So when I was there, I was up north as well. So I left home and everything, and I was roommates with loads of white ladies, and they were just amazing. We're still friends to this day. Each and every single one of them, Queen, they're all married rich white men because they are taught from a young age it's not about love. It's about what a man can provide for you. Because love comes later. As much as everybody likes to say, oh, you got to marry for love. I'm sorry. Love comes later. Love's come when you see that man, with all his forms in your home. That's when love comes. So for them, they were taught that from a young age, Queen. From a young age, they're taught to marry for stability, to make sure that the guy they're marrying has money to make sure they can take care of her and the family that they're about to create. So they don't marry beneath them because they know at the end of the day it's a struggle life. And what they like to do to Black women is sell them struggle love. But love is not struggle because there's no love doesn't and struggle don't equal together. So it doesn't make sense that they want us to be in this predicament. But the other women, like white women, are ways worlds ahead of us in terms of
They
that
are.
aspect.
And they marry legacy. Their men have life insurance. If he passes away, she has money to live on the rest of her life and take care of her children and her home. She's not having to do a GoFundMe to pay the bills or save the house or pay for the funeral. Let's get it together, ladies. Gwendolyn, what are your thoughts? You're on mute, Gwendolyn. You have to unmute your microphone.
I'm sorry. How y'all doing? And thank you,
Good,
Queen
good.
Sheba,
You're a
for
little
this
bit low.
space.
Okay, there you go. You
I
sound
listen.
great.
Everything everybody say to you about who you are, I feel it in my heart and soul. I'm not going to take the time for that. But Drea, she's a model. She's a fashion designer. She's an everybody gives that to her. She's got her own money. It ain't like she's scrimping. But I would say this: I married for love, but I married someone who gave me a better life than what I grew up in. And I grew up in a nice suburban home with the Catholic school and all of that. So we wasn't starving and nothing like that. But he gave me the character and what I
Can you
wanted
tell me
in
what
him.
that means, Gwendolyn? When you say
Huh?
he gave you a better life, tell us what that means to you.
Well, he didn't care whether I worked or not. Uh, my mother married a man who eventually turned into an alcoholic because of what happened to him in the war. And then when you come back home, you got the black stuff going on. And I'm talking about within inside the home. I did the opposite when I choose any man to come into my life. My husband fit my standard and my criteria that my daddy also helped me develop. It's not always it's about money, but I don't hear anybody talking about qualities. My husband loved me, and my girlfriend said to me, "Did you realize he and you had and your ADHD?" That blew my mind because he would say to me sometimes, you ain't gonna finish that," or then I said, "I knew you weren't gonna do that," and I'm like, "Well, how do you know that?" He said, "Because I know you." I said, "Well, how come you didn't say something? That I spent money." He said, "Because it made you happy. It put a smile in your face."
Hmm.
Those little things people don't talk about because you can marry for money and not love, and you're miserable. And then you're looking for somebody else. He'll be looking for somebody else. Because all of us ain't gonna be up in there. That ain't too many rich men walking around.
Hmm.
My husband drove for ABF 20. What is it? No, 200 million miles. This man drove and never had an accident. That's good quality. I had men that worked with him come back and tell me he told his son, "That's the man I want you to grow up to be." So there's a lot of things because I knew I was going to get a man that made all that money. Could have had it. I looked at him and then I seen his personality didn't match mine. Because the man I picked, when you get old and your stuff ain't working, I want you to make mental sex to my mind. Make love to my mind.
Mm.
while we laying in the bed naked. And I ain't your ain't work, mine ain't working. Got a girlfriend, her husband got dementia. He's 20 years. Like Brenda's in our 62. He's in his 80s. He got to go to the hospital. She gets COVID. Now he's sitting in the hospital for 5 days. And on that fifth day, out of the clear blue sky, he sat up and said, call Brenda, call my wife. They had to call on the house phone and the cell phone. And when she told me that, I said, Brenda, do you realize the love connection for that man to come out of his dementia state of mind all this time and then realize you ain't been there? Who has that type of love connection? Because we talk about that all the time. I have something that nobody in this world could ever take away from me. All the money, and I don't fail from grace on that because he gone. Thought he was going to be around for God knows how long. Okay, I had lost my house. I don't care because I'm gonna tell you something. God gave me some valuable lessons that I am a whole lot better mentally, physically, and emotionally stronger than if I'd have had all of that life insurance and everything. Everybody's things are different. Off topic right quick. Ladies, regardless of what you go through in life, always look for the positive lessons. Forget about all the negative stuff. When you learn the positive lessons, your inner growth is so much beautiful. And Queen Sheba, you are an example of that. And I love the way you push us. I love the way you make us think. I love the way you make us stand on business because you've empowered me with that in a way I never knew I had in me.
Wow.
I'm serious, girlfriend, and I'm 62 years old, baby. I ain't never had nobody come along, and I've been waiting for a woman all my life to come along and instill that in me. And God gave me you way before. I think it was like right up when I'm doing COVID or something like. Well, I can't say the word. I'm sorry, but during that time, he brought you to me, and he isolated me for 2 years, and he set me free February the 24th. I love you, ladies, and I'm gonna be quiet because my
Thank
ADHD
you.
is getting ready to run away.
Thank you for affirming me as your spirit sister. I appreciate that. I want to say this real quick, ladies, and then we got somebody controversial, y'all. Let's go talk. So listen, set yourselves up for success, ladies. If you are married to a man, get your own insurance policy. I don't care if he has one that he's paying for and you are the beneficiary. Take out your own where you become the policy holder. He should not have a problem with that. If you have children with the man and y'all are not married, get a life insurance policy on him. You pay for it. If you're living with somebody and you're married or not married, you should have life insurance. Now watch this. You gonna pay for it, right? Yes, you should. Don't put that burden on them. Now watch their reaction. Let me tell you, this is when we say love is not enough because they love you, right? Obviously, you wouldn't have had children with them or you wouldn't be living with them. Watch his reaction when you say, hey, I'm gonna get a life insurance policy. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna be the policy holder and I'm gonna pay for it. And then let me know what he says. Because if he loves you, he should say, yeah. Watch how many of them hesitate. What you hesitating on? If you want to see me do well, should something happen to you, you're not paying for it. I'm paying for it. And then let's talk about it. Any thoughts to that before I go to the next person?
Queen Sheba, I never thought of that.
Okay, try it.
No, he's not here now. But there's a lot of things that I realized that with my ADHD, I kind of missed a lot of things, but I'm okay. But when I tell my story, I tell women, they go, oh, I said, no, it's not a sad story. It's a learning story. I'm not ashamed of it. I had a beautiful life with what I had, but everything that didn't go right, it's okay because God got my back. But I try to empower younger women or just women, period. Do the opposite of me. And you just said it. Because if somebody had said that to me, what you just said,
yeah,
I would have said it and he would have been okay with it, but the thought never ran across my mind to do it.
Yeah.
Now, if he had an accident, girl, I'd shoot, honey. I'd be so dang on rich, but I never thought about Well,
Yep.
actually, 4 or 5 different cancers, and he died with 4.
Mm,
So we never saw that coming. So I didn't prepare for that.
yep. It's
I
real.
do I do have
Yeah.
a thought, Queen Sheba, about that.
Go ahead, Trendy.
One, I straight up told my husband I definitely will have a life insurance policy on him. He knows it. Um, and he accepts it. For him, like, we're high school sweethearts, so I don't know if that plays a role, but I told him I will always have a life insurance policy on him, whether he has one or not. I'm gonna have my own. And
Period.
my dad, he thank God he is still around, but he also called me a few months ago and was like, make sure I'll do anything you need me to do with your bank. I'll turn in any health records, but make sure you have a life insurance policy on me as well. So my dad also made sure, now he has his own and it'll take care of the funeral costs, but he wanted me to have an additional one to just be okay when it's his time. And it's a hard conversation to have, but I appreciated him for bringing that up and making that a possibility. And, but yeah, so shout out to my dad, and yeah, shout out to my husband that he knows I got a life insurance policy.
Yes. And listen, I'm finna really push the envelope. Hey, fuck it, I'm finna knock it off the table. I'm finna knock the envelope off the table. Get as high as you can. You paying for it. Don't you
Mhm.
ever let that policy lapse. You
Got
get so much money that you can afford. Normally, it's 3 to 5 times of their income. That if something should happen to him, you're gonna miss him dearly. But also, what white men have taught me, I learned this from a white man. You're gonna always miss your loved ones, but you don't want to miss them financially. You don't
Mhm.
want to miss their half of the mortgage. You see what I'm saying? Their half of the light bill. And then also tell them get one on me. You
Right.
pay for it. Okay? But
Yeah.
you make sure you set yourself up that should something happen, you never have to work a day in your life if you don't want to. And
Right.
that's how we create legacy and restore the Black community where mothers, hell, half the time you get 3 to 4 days off in corporate America, then it's back to work with the bereavement. You
Mhm.
get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Mhm. Queen, I want to say this. This is Belinda. I was married for mine's a little different, and I do agree with everything you saying. And I wish I had did a little things a little different. I was married for 25 years, well, over 25 years, about almost 30 before we got divorced, and found out my husband was cheating. And so when that time came, and we separated. I went and wanted we had both our names on our account, our bank account, and everything. We had the insurance policy, but he paid for the insurance policy. You are so right. That's what I love about you. I'm like the other lady. I just appreciate you for giving out so much knowledge, because when you know better, you do better. But however, with me, I end up saying, hey, let's take our name off these bank accounts, because he was out there cheating. I'm like, no money going nowhere over there with whoever you messing with. But when it came to the life insurance policy, I went and switched and took, he's paid for it for a while, then I ended up paying for my own. And I went and switched and took his name off of it and put my oldest daughter on there, because my youngest daughter wasn't of age. And he was really frustrated about that. He was like, why did you go do that? Because I know you was going to do that with your family. I was like, no, you don't know me well, because my kids come first before my siblings. And however, but what he did, he went and switched it and made my daughters them the beneficiary. But he remarried. He married this woman, and he ended up getting I guess they got an insurance policy, they got a house and everything. But he came to me about a year or so ago, and because we had to go up to see my daughter had to have surgery, and he showed me some papers and said, hey, this is what I'm doing for the girls. Even though I got this wife here, I got it separate. I'm gonna make sure that they're good. Well, I'm out the picture, which is fine with me. But he made sure that even though they're grown, he made sure that he has a policy, and he ended up giving it to he showed me, but he gave it to my oldest daughter. She has the papers.
That's
And
it.
so I do appreciate that, that he did that. And by him being in the military as well, I end up, because if you're married for at least 20 plus years, you get their benefits. So actually, when August of this year comes, he'll be 61. No, he'll be 60, because I'm a year older than him. He'll be 60, and he'll start getting his benefits, and I get half of that benefit
Now,
unless I remarry.
All right. Well, congratulations.
So I do appreciate, but you're right about the insurance policy. But and that's why I tell my daughters, if you got to think smart. It's not that you don't love, but you got, like you said, you got
Love
to think
don't pay
about
the
what.
bills. Let's just talk about it. Love don't pay the
Exactly,
bills. Period.
exactly, and that's all I want to say. Okay.
Okay, and real quick, Gloria, you remember I told y'all get a policy and he can get one on you. Why would you not want to leave each other in a better position than what you found each other? Gloria said hesitation will tell you all you need to know. That's all I'm saying, basically. If they hesitate,
Queen.
hold on. Somebody got an echo.
How you
Hold on,
guys?
hold on. Somebody got to give me 1 second. If they hesitate, they really don't want to see you doing well if they're not around. Go ahead, Akini. You got the mic.
How you guys doing today? Good afternoon, ladies. I just came to just give you guys a slight input and then I'll leave. But I gotta say something about that hesitation. Not that men hesitate. It's just that there is a history behind life insurance. So men are not hesitating. There is a dark history behind it, and I think you ladies know, and we just have to also be honest about that. Men have been killed by their spouse for taking because of life insurance, so that she can take that life insurance. We know that it's on television, it's on the news. We all know what happens. But I think as well that it's good to have life insurance. It's a very, very good thing because if you can secure your family and give them financial heads up, financial advantage upon that, is the greatest thing you can do. You can't use because of the dark history behind life insurance and deny your family a well-being after you've passed as a man. But it's a hard discussion that families have to have. Is there anybody that has your child, you should give them financial benefit because it's not easy to raise kids. And it's not, let's put it this way, the woman might be mad at you for not having life insurance, but your kids are going to be worse than your woman. Like if the woman is mad at you not taking out life insurance, the kids are going to be mad that you didn't financially set them up, that you were a careless father, that you didn't do the right.
Akini?
I have business. I don't need life insurance because I have businesses that will cover my family.
Okay,
so life insurance is good if you are somebody that doesn't have businesses, that doesn't have wealth, that doesn't have assets like lands and properties, right? Go get your life insurance. Just get a life insurance. But if you have business, if you have all those things, you don't need life insurance because your business or properties is as equal as life insurance. I used to sell life insurance. I used to sell it.
So you sold something that you didn't believe in and something that gives you a subconscious bias.
No, I sold life insurance, but you see, I'm an engineer. I'm very logical. I'm not emotionally driven.
No, but
somebody
you
that
something that you don't believe in.
I sold something that I believe in, but that is good for middle class, but not good for people. Not people with wealth don't need it. You see what I'm saying? I will tell you why.
Set up differently. It can be set up differently with wealth. That's when
I understand.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand, but I'll tell you why. If you have $1 million, if you have $2 million, if you have $10 million in assets, that is liquidity, not in stocks. That is an asset in liquidity. You don't need life insurance because guess what? You have liquidity assets of $1 million or more. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have liquidity assets of $1 million or more, go get a life insurance because life insurance is liquidity. So if you liquidate that life insurance, you get $1 million back if you have a policy up to $1 million. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have $1 million in assets, in liquidity asset, because when we say asset, people don't understand that asset fluctuates. Your asset might what? That is why you see somebody that was worth $1 billion today, tomorrow it was only $10 million. Why? It's because his assets are not in liquidity. But a liquidity of $1 billion is a liquidity of $1 billion. It can only go up. It doesn't go down.
All right. Well, thank you.
And then let me say one more thing, please. Sorry about that for taking just one more thing. This is what, when I came to America, right? One thing that really bothered me about America, especially African American culture, is the quest for love and not the quest for financial security. When you talk to a woman, she doesn't pay attention to what you as a man bring to the table. She's talking about how she want to be loved, how she want to be this. Love, you guys are right on this. Love will always come. You want to be able to deal with somebody that will first protect you financially. But you also have to bring a lot. So you're not going to come at somebody with nothing to a man with something. No, you got to also bring something to that relationship, to that marriage. You need to bring something that will equal his financial wealth. But love is something that comes, and everybody always got that love. But if you went in with love to get into a man's life and make sure he loves you, you're going to be disappointed. That's why people get heartbroken when cheating happens, because they say, oh, if you love me, you're not going to cheat on me. No, you shouldn't go into a relationship in the name of love.
All right. Let's pause for a second. That's Akini. He shared his thoughts on the life insurance, and also women should be bringing something to the table to be worthy of a man's financial stability. Ladies.
Okay, Queen.
Why y'all doing?
Queen.
Oh my God.
Why y'all doing
Okay.
Akini like that?
First of all, the only truism in life is death. So for you to see, this is what I wanted to say even before he got on. You need to have life insurance because it's not even necessary life insurance. They should call it income replacement insurance. And there are plenty of people, wealthy people, who have life insurance.
True.
Probably all of them, because one of the oldest professions is insurance. So for you to get on here and say that your businesses are the protection, businesses have insurance for protection because they're entities. Just like when we, have Social Security numbers, we're entities. So therefore you have protections in place to secure yourself in this capitalist society. For you to get on here and say that you don't have to have life insurance is the most inane thing. And then to say that the woman should bring something to the table, sweetie, I just cannot.
Hold on,
I really cannot.
For a second.
I am going to respond to that real quick.
Let's pause. I got to get to some of my Lumina. I can't say your name, Luminita says, I'm a woman. That is what I bring to the table. Lala says, women are the table. Dorothy says, I call bullshit. Get insurance. I agree. Get insurance. I'm going to give you another one. Everybody hold your comments. Get insurance and see if they hesitate. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is I want you to get supplemental insurance. Write this down. Supplemental, not health, but supplemental insurance. There's different variation: hospitalization, critical illness, and accidents. I want you to get hospitalization, accidents, and critical illness if you can afford it. What does that do, Queen Sheba? Should he become hurt, disabled, or he has a heart attack or a stroke, or he is diagnosed with cancer, you get a huge payout with that supplemental policy. It keeps income coming in the home. Get it on yourself, get it on him. Okay? Now, Akini, you were going to say something, but you got to say it in 30 seconds or less.
Queen Shiba, let me say this to your audience, right? The kids are the table. Women are not the table, neither is the man the table. The kids that you bring his legacy is the table, which is his children is the table. But beside that, let me say this to you guys, please. I have had people that I sold life insurance to when I was doing life insurance. Now I'm a full-blown businessman. Please, guys, what you need to have properties. Because I don't know how many times I would tell Black people in America to own properties
if you don't have them. So get that life insurance. Like he said, if we're not millionaires, because we're not. So once you get your policy, you go get your properties.
I understand that you guys, that some of us here in America are not millionaires, but I got to tell you, one thing you need to do, because it's so shocking how there is so much lack of wealth in the Black community. And I see that every day. There is a lot of lack of wealth. But we are taking advice of people that will use our own money to build their own wealth. That's why I tell folks all the time, what you need to do is to go into that rural area, go into that south side of the city, buy lands that's worth nothing today. And guess what? In 20 years, in 30 years, when you will it to your children, guess what? Your children are going to be millionaires. They're going to have so much wealth. Because let me put it this way, it's not Dallas. Jerry Jones, yeah, give me 10 seconds, I'll wrap it up. Jerry Jones bought an acre of land for like $5,000, $4,000 in the 80s. Today, those lands worth an acre $1 million. That's what made Jerry Jones so wealthy today. I have so many lands in Nigeria, and I know how much my world grew from almost nothing to a lot. I'm telling you guys because I'm a businessman. Listen to a businessman.
All right. I'm glad you stopped because you was about to go to timeout. They paid to put you in timeout. He just saved by the bell. A lot of people are trying to get up here to get on this conversation, but yeah, so I mean, we've talked about a lot today. It was a hell of a conversation. This was really good. So thank you all. Trending says this was a great live. Oh, Retire Radio. I almost skipped over you. I'm sorry. Welcome.
Yes, hello. I agree with everything you have said thus far because I was married first with the man that I love. And then the second time I married someone for stability. And he did pass away and he left me good. I had his life insurance and also would collect his social security. And so I just want to say, hey, game recognize game. And hey, women, we have to be on our game. That's
Absolutely. And listen, did not make a hell of a difference
Yes.
in your life that you had that
Yes.
security for yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Everything went well. I'm set for life.
Yes. And y'all, I am obsessed with getting insurance. Now, let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you how I got into the game of, I don't sell life insurance, but I became so moved by the importance of it. My mother was married. I'm not going to even call him my stepdad because I was grown, but her husband had passed away and he did not have any insurance. And so my mom had insurance. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember I'm from an island, believe it or not. And the white man that sells the insurance, he sold it like he was still back in the day where he would go door to door. I do believe he may have been at the funeral and he pulled me aside and he said, "Young lady." I said, "Yes." He said, "You need to get life insurance on your mother." I said, "Does she have a policy?" He said, "Yeah, but sometimes she lapses on it." And he pays on. He was so nice. He used to pay when my mom would lapse on it. And I lived far away. I think I was like either late 20s or early 30s. Do you know I drove an hour and a half and I met this man at a little Denny's? We signed the paperwork and he got the policy like where it would come out of my account, okay? Where it would come out of my account. Guess what I found out? That man set me up, y'all. God is good. Let me tell you how he set up that policy where I will never have to touch it. He says, God forbid if something, so he retired and the new agent had called me and he was going over the policy. He's like, "Wow, you've had this policy forever." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Do you know Mr. Ray set up your policy that if something happens to your mom, you don't even have to take all of the money. Leave the money that you'll get 3% interest off of the amount that you are insured for." Y'all, that most people ain't gonna set you up like that. That man set me up that I won't even have to cash out the policy. I'll just take an interest check every single month, and it's about $4,000 of interest. Let me pause there. Any reactions, any thoughts from the people that believe in life insurance?
And that
That's
is how it's done.
beautiful.
I'm calling my mom and daddy today and reiterating this to them because I think they keep BSing. because I've been talking to them about this for a year. But no, it's time to stop playing.
No, you need to own. They don't need to do nothing. You set it up. All they need to
Oh,
do is sign
really?
it. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, so it's on me.
You
Say
paying
less.
for it. I pay for my mom's in life, and I made my husband when I started dating my husband. Oh, I said, "Do you have a policy on your mom?" No. I said, "So if your mom dies, they're going to be calling us. You need to go get a life, and because I ain't got no extra to be covering everybody that pass away like that. Does that make sense?"
Yeah. So what do you need? You just need like basic information.
Yeah, I go through New York Life. Now, New York Life, they have hell of a policies. Now, it's hard to get approved through them, but if they approve you, you can get, depending on your age, you can get a $500,000 policy for about 30, $40 a month. Boom. But you got to go, they're going to come to your house, they're going to take your blood, they're going to do all that. If they approve you. It's hard to get approved by them, but if you get approved, boy, I tell you, listen, do you know you can have more than one policy too? However much you can afford. So I am insurance broke. I got policy on policy on policy on policy. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
That makes
Yes. And I
sense.
also had a policy on my mother. And so the only thing, she had to be aware of it and she had to sign. And that was the only stipulation. And she wanted me to have it. And so when she passed away, I was awarded it, you know.
And listening, you'll drive when they say, "Yeah, you come up here." Okay, shit, I'm driving. Like which is the type? Listen, go for a term. Don't be doing whole life. Whole life only makes sense what Akini said. If you got a lot of money, other than that, don't play with whole life. Anybody else want to jump in on it?
Yes, I just want to say, Queen Sheba, oh my God, you've given us so much knowledge today, and I just appreciate it so much. And you're right. I know the gentleman that spoke earlier was talking about business, and let's just keep it real. Every everyone is not financially able, or even don't have the mindset to even have a business. You're right. Make sure you got life insurance, and that's something that my mom taught us at an early age. No, she didn't have a whole lot, but one thing I feel like with African Americans, we leave that burden on our family. We've already grieved enough when we lose your loved one, but then to lose them, and then you got to go and raise money, or because you don't have the money to bury that person. That right there is a burden, and that's right there a stress on you as it is. But I do agree. I want to say this one little thing. I had a friend of mine that her husband and her went separated and they divorced, and he had been cheating all this time, whatever. You don't know how God gonna work things out. That's why, like when you guys talk about side chicks, and even when you married, then you got to be careful because karma is real. And her husband died some years ago, probably about 10 years ago or more. And they separated, they divorced. He divorced her, and they divorced, and he married the woman, I want to say in July. They divorced. Divorce was final, and in September he married the woman that he had been dating all the time. And a few years later, he got sick, and evidently he forgot, or he just chose not to do it. He never changed his insurance about his beneficiary. So my friend, which was his ex-wife, when he died, it was unexpected. He got sick, and when it was time, she said that the wife that he current had didn't have life insurance. And she called me and she said, "Belinda, what do you think about this?" She said, "I went and have to help pay for the programs and things because she didn't have the money." And I was like, "Well, and she said, "You know what though?" She said, after the funeral, I don't know, it might have happened after the funeral because she paid it out of her pocket or whatever and helped for the funeral because she had two grown kids by him. And make a long story short, later on, she got a call, and he still had two insurance policy that was written that he had put that she was the beneficiary. Do you know that wife did not get anything? He didn't leave that current wife nothing.
Yep.
And they had two kids, two girls, two twins. And she found out that the hard way. And she called me and she was like, everybody was saying, I wouldn't give those kids nothing. And she said, "What would you do?" I said, "You do what God tells you to do. If God put that on your heart for you to give them something out of the policy." She said, "Well, I gave it to my kids, the kids that we had together." I said, "And then that's fair if you want to do it." And she did. So you just have to be real careful about that because you never know what's going to happen. See, he cheated with her, with that woman all those years. They got married. and they wasn't married no time. I want to say that anyway. What happened? They weren't married not even probably a year, and he died, and his ex-wife still had the policy.
Now, I want to say this real quick, and we're going to wrap up. Listen, once you own that policy, you own that policy. If y'all
That's right.
break up, you own that policy. If they marry, you own that policy. That's why I'm telling you, you own it. You be the owner. You pay for it. Got it?
That's right. That's right. That's
It's
correct.
good. Hi, ladies. Hi, Queen Shiba. It's good to have life insurance. I just want to make that clear to everybody. Maybe they didn't understand what I was saying. It's good to have life insurance. The only thing is that if you are at certain income bracket, like I said, you don't need it. But if you're below certain bracket, you need it. It's good to have it. That's why I said earlier, it's good for your children. You might not really like your wife, but get it because of your children. Get it so that your children will not live poor, will not be poor, will not go there and find it difficult to graduate from college. We will not take out financial aid that will make them live in financial burden for a long time. Your kids need it. You might not like your spouse, but get it for the children. But at the same time, if you are above a certain income bracket, you don't need it. Below it, you need it. That's what I said.
Okay.
I disagree. I disagree. Even wealthy people
Simone,
have
let
life
me let Robin
insurance.
go real quick. She's been waiting. Robin, go ahead. Robin. And then Simone, you can come back. Robin, you there?
Hello?
You sound far away, honey. Can y'all hear Robin, or is it me?
No, she sounds far away. Sounds like she in a hole.
Other room. You sound far away. Take off them. Take it off speaker and put the phone up to your thing, or go ahead, Simone, and we'll wait on Robin. Go, Simone.
Well, I disagree. Even wealthy people have life insurance. For your children, for the spouse who's still alive. Either way, I think it's necessary for wealthy and people who are not wealthy. And as far as his point from a while back, the dark side of life insurance, there are very, very low percentages of that with black women doing that to their spouse. It's typically the other way around. We are unfortunately unalive a 9 out of 10 times by black husbands or boyfriends, not the other way around. So I'm sorry, the dark side comes from the men in our society.
All right, Janine, I see you. Robin, let's test you one more time before I go to Janine.
Hello, Queen. Can you hear me?
That's much better. Stay right where you are. Go ahead. You there?
Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead, Robin. We can hear you. It's a little bit better, but go ahead. Oh, no. Robin. Are you using a headset? You might have to disconnect that. You sound really far away. I'm going to mute you up and I'm going to go to the next person, but I want you, if you're using a headset or something, disconnect it and just use the phone if you're using those AirPods. Janine, welcome to the stage. What are your thoughts? Mic check. Janine? Janine? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Maybe it's me.
I can hear you just fine. It's her.
No, it's not you.
Okay.
I can hear you fine.
Okay, it's not me. Okay, Janine, let's try Janine again. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Janine. Huh. You need to check your settings, Janine, and make sure you've
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Check your settings. We can hear you, Janine, but mute the background or whatever you're playing. We did hear you for a second.
Okay. Hi, Queen Sheba and Chad. Good.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I think it's just my system.
Okay, now we got
so
stay
sorry.
right there.
I did have some things that I wanted to share. If you can hear me, I can't hear you.
We can hear you. Oh, she left. All right. Courtney, Lala, any thoughts? Journey to Jasmine, trending, life insurance, supplemental insurance. Are you blown away? Did you know this? Are you shocked?
I
What are your
I
thoughts?
think you're giving excellent advice. I lost my dad in 2017, and he would always say, he had us set up on, I'm his only biological child, and I had an adopted sister, and I only got like $30,000 out of that policy. So I think you're giving great advice as far as getting policy. I watched my grandmother growing up. Every month I would see the insurance lady come by, and my grandmother kept her policies above her door, and so I grew up, watching that. So now that I've seen, what happens when you rely on someone else, I know to keep a policy. So I just think you're giving great advice.
Thank you. Kelly, I think Kelly says, is term insurance better than whole? Um, I like term, but it just depends on what you need and what you want. I will say this for those of you that are not savvy, they're going to ask you, do you want a 15-year? You want a 10-year? Get as long as possible. Because what happens is when you be like, if you get a 10-year and when that 10-year term is up, the prices go up. So get a 20-year. And they may say, oh, well, 20, you can always, no, give me 20. Because what you're trying to do is give me 10 years come by quick.
And I think she really wants to ask
And,
if
and not
universal
and
is the
not
better one. Term is okay, is good. Universal is the best, the one that you can cash some of it out after a number of years. Universal, I think that needs to be put in place as well.
Okay.
yeah,
And
universal is the best, but time you got to be careful because if you turn 70, right, you can't renew time anymore.
no, but I bought half of my term out. So that's a whole other story. When
Okay.
I tell y'all I've done
Okay.
my, like, I bought half of my term policy where I own it. But y'all know what that means if you're insurance savvy on my mom, because it's gonna expire like in 5 or 6 years, and that's fine, maybe 10 years. So what I did is I went and purchased half of that policy where I own it. Does that make sense? It'll never expire. But they
So you're talking about universal term insurance then?
no, I'm not. I
Okay.
have term, and then the insurance agent offered me an option before my term expires that I could purchase it, I think as a whole policy. And I bought half of the policy.
I need to talk to you offline then, Queen. I
You know
got a
what?
question about
I tell you what, we're gonna do it behind the wall and I'll bring in an expert. How's that?
please, please, because I have a term policy I've been wanting to do something with. So, okay.
And I had a
Queen,
friend that
yes, that
thought
would be phenomenal.
okay, we're gonna do that. I had a friend that thought she had a $200,000 policy. By the time my rep from New York Life looked, first of all, he said, if you got a good policy, I'm not gonna sell you one. Boom. I love people like that. He says, but let me just look over what you have. Do you know whoever sold her that policy? That wasn't no $200,000 policy. That was a 10,000. They tricked her. So here she is paying however much per month, thinking she had $200,000 in life insurance, and it was only 10,000.
Oh my God.
Yep. So he's awesome. I got y'all taken care of, Palace. I got you. Janine, let's try you again, and then CCTV, you're up next.
Hi, can you hear me now,
Yes,
Queen
ma'am.
Sheba?
Yep.
Awesome. It is such a pleasure to speak to you in person. I've been watching you for quite some time. This is such a powerful chat right here, and I appreciate you and all the ladies and even the gentlemen because I was writing, don't discount everything that man is saying. I don't know him from a can of paint.
Okay.
But I'm watching the comments, ladies. Sometimes we do just have to listen, take our emotions out, and listen to the facts and research them. So I am an independent life insurance broker. And what that means is I sell term and I sell whole. When I was younger, I was told that term was the best and whole wasn't. As I became a broker and started getting into it myself, I understood that the combination of both is key. It is very, very important. Whole life insurance, when you get a whole life insurance policy, your premium will never ever change as long as you stay in contract. That if you can get cancer, you can lose a limb, an eyeball, or whatever. They cannot change the pricing of your premium, and your death benefit stays the same. If you have a term policy, as Queen Sheba was saying, the amount that you pay per month, which is called your premium, will increase when the term runs out, for one. Also, the reason why it's increasing is because you're getting closer to age 70. Also, if you have any ailment that came up, you can pretty much be paying so much in a premium for term that's going to actually end at a certain point where you become uninsurable. So I just wanted to let your audience understand that. And when you are shopping around, please try to get with someone that's a broker that don't work for just one company. Like with me, I don't work for a company. I work for my clients. So I have relationship with several insurance carriers. That's why I can offer term with this company, or I can offer whole life or a IUL. You know what I mean? But it's not cookie cutter. It depends on my client, their
Mm-hmm.
needs, and their budget.
Hey, Janine, would you
And
like
it's pronounced Janine,
oh,
like
Janine.
the number.
Janine, would you like to come behind my wall, not for hire, and just talk through?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you have my
Absolutely,
Instagram?
and I don't do things for hire. I'm brand new in the game. I don't know everything, but what I do know, I literally freely give it away because that's just my personality. Because I just want to see
Yeah.
us win. I just
Okay.
want to see us win.
Do you have my Instagram?
No, I'm an old chick, so I don't even be on that stuff all the time.
Email
So
me
you
though.
gotta help me out.
Just send me an email. Go to my when we're done with this live. Go to the about on my page. Email me. If you're not a member, you want to join for $4.99. We're gonna set this up in the next 2 weeks. And Janine, can we set it up in 3 sessions? Whole, term, universal. And also this will help you practice facilitation and presentation. And
Yeah, it
okay,
will.
perfect.
It's awesome.
Okay, and then look, it's no pressure for y'all to be able to purchase from her. You can if you
Not
want,
at all. No,
yeah,
no, it's
or you can
not.
go
It's
somewhere else.
not.
But the point
Yeah,
is, go ahead, Akini.
no, I was going to say that I might join you guys for that session because I sold life insurance. So I might just join you guys to just give you guys input. But like she also said, like to
Okay.
collaborate what I was saying. But if I do join, I'm always going to talk about wealth because my channel, when I talk about all this, my channel is about building wealth. I don't really talk about life insurance, but I can give you guys a whole in-depth on it as well. But I will also talk about building wealth outside life insurance. That's if you guys are interested. I'm not going to force anybody to follow what I'm saying.
Okay, you need to inbox me and email me so I can see what you're bringing, and then I'll let. But you won't be in Janine's segment. Okay, that's gonna be hers. But you can come in.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I can come any other day. That's okay.
Okay.
I don't have a problem
No,
joining.
I
I
know.
don't have a problem doing
No, no, no,
whatever
no,
you
no,
need me to
no.
do, Queen.
Let me drive. Let me drive this. Let me drive this car.
Yes,
That's gonna be your segment. If Akini wants to do one and I say he invited, then he'll have his separate one. But we're not gonna tag team it. Got it?
got it.
All right. That's
So
how I
you
do my
said go to the about, join your channel. I might already be a member. I just have to check, and send you an email or go on Instagram.
just send me an email. It's on my YouTube page. Easy to find. But we don't tag team. I don't tag team my
Awesome.
speakers. That's okay. Okay.
Okay.
You
Awesome. God bless you, ladies.
thank
I'm
you.
loving that you guys
Nice.
are. I don't know what's going on with Miss Drea, but this other part, we have to protect ourselves, our children, our grandchildren, and we have to start teaching. So we all get in where we fit in. And you get in and you started learning and you do your own research for real, for real. Do your own research and know that having life insurance in place is just one part of the wealth building puzzle. Amen.
Queen, I want to insert for a hot second. For those of women like me, oh God, was not blessed with children. Think about your nieces and nephews with the parents who cannot afford it. Do the life insurance for them because they are your children or somebody else's kids that you're close to.
Thank you. Thank you for that. CCTV, welcome. And real quick, y'all, let me say this before CC goes. This is going to be members only. This is what we do behind the wall. We have financial conversations all the time. We talk about a lot of stuff. So, and I'll set up as many as I need to. Akini, can you type your channel? Some people want your channel. on YouTube. So can you put that in the chat? He's gonna put that in the chat. There it is. Now Akini trying to put his damn what is this, Akini? Is that your YouTube or is that your Instagram?
It be the rock.
That's not your YouTube. I don't know. That's what he's sharing. So I don't know if that's his YouTube or his Instagram. Oh, that's his YouTube. Okay. That's his YouTube, y'all.
Yeah, that's YouTube.
Okay. I was gonna say one more thing. Oh, it's gonna be members only. And Janine is kind enough that she's gonna map out 3 sessions for us. Okay. We're not gonna overwhelm her. We're gonna make it as simple and as easy as possible for her. Members only. I'll put the link in the chat for you all to be able to join. But I told y'all we finna evolve together. CCTV, welcome.
Hi, good day, Queen. Good day, Palace. Queen, this is off topic, but remember when you brought up that that BB cartoon? You remember that?
Yep.
Okay, so I contacted him. I contacted Will, and I just want to thank you for the recommendation because I'm starting my own jingle company. So I just want to thank you for that. And he contacted me back, and he's working on my jingles right now. So thank you so much.
Him I sent you?
Yes, I did. Of course.
Awesome.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. Yes, and also too, I said what I said.
You better. All right, panel. Final thoughts. I'm finna go. Listen, we did a hell of a job today. We're gonna set up some financial stuff for y'all behind the scenes. We're gonna keep it coming because we're gonna grow and prosper together. Okay. Now, be open, y'all. Be open. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I'm finna go through the panel one by one. You got 30 seconds, y'all. What are your final thoughts, positive thoughts that you are leaving or taking away from today's conversation? Akini, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah, no, I'm just okay. I just like the way you guys talk about financial stuff and also discuss among yourself about things that have to do with family, financial. That is what brought me to your channel today, and I really appreciate that to hear that. But also, I'm also going to say this to the ladies in the background: please don't discard people's contribution because you might not like it, but it might be something that will be very, very good for you in the future. Take every information you need and save the ones you think you don't need now, because in the future, you're going to need that information. If people give me advice, I don't discard it. I might not like them. I might not like their opinion. I might not like because they are women, or I might not like because they are men. I might have gender bias. That's okay. But take information. Save the ones you don't need today. Tomorrow, you're going to need it. That's why I tell people, buy everything you need to buy. You might not need it today, but tomorrow you might be in a position whereby you might have to use that thing. Be careful what you discard.
30 seconds. Thank you, Akini. I appreciate you. Janine, 30 seconds or less. What are your final thoughts?
Oh, yes. My final thoughts is have a financial house. Start figuring out where you're spending miscellaneous money and start paying yourself so that you can invest in your life insurance policy, but also in other things such as the stock market while it's moving, and be educated there as well. It's so much to really discuss when we start talking about our financial home and keeping it strong. So yeah, keep your finances strong, keep your fitness strong, and keep your faith strong. And I don't know if that went off topic, but that's where I'm at. Those are my 3 words for this year: faith, fitness, and finance.
Write that down.
So keep
Faith,
those houses
fitness, and
strong.
finance. Put that in the chat. Faith, fitness, the 3 F's combined.
Faith, fitness, finance.
All right. Thank you,
Awesome.
Janine. And we will see
Thank
you
you
soon.
so much. Amen.
Don't forget to email me.
I'm going to do that as soon as we're off of your live.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. Hold on. I lost my thought. Faith, fitness, and finance. I was going to say something, but let's go to Belinda in 30 seconds or less. Please give us your final thoughts.
Queen, I just want to ask this question. and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe the other lady can expound on it. I understood when you get life insurance, when you get a certain age, it's hard. I know it's hard to get from dealing with my dad, and I think when you and I might be wrong with the age. I'm not sure about the age, but I think when you turn 83 or you get 80, that there's not insurance offered to you. If it is, it's so expensive. I mean, it's not even kind of worth it. I'm not sure if that's correct or not.
Hey, Belinda, save it for behind the wall, and we're gonna continue the conversation. Where she
Okay, all right. Okay, I
make sure
will.
you
But
write it down so you don't forget, okay?
okay, and just thank you, thank you, thank you. That's all I want to say. You awesome, and I appreciate you.
We love you and thank you for coming up today.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Okay. Let's see. Let's go to Gwendolyn in 30 seconds or less. Please leave us with your positive final thoughts.
Uh, get house was housing. So the house is paid for when you die. Also, make sure if they sell your insurance to another company, that continues. I learned that hard
Say
way.
that again about the house.
What my mother told me to get house insurance in case if one of us died, the house is automatically paid for. I did that, but they sold the insurance company to another insurance company, and it didn't transfer. The insurance didn't transfer to the new policy, but I was billed for two insurance.
Gotcha.
I learned it the hard way.
Mhm.
I don't have too much of a comment on what I've learned, but I will say this. Me being 62, I definitely want to be behind the wall because there may be some things I can learn. And I really appreciate everything you guys are saying because I'm a baby boomer. None of this was given to us. And every young person I run across, I tell them to invest in the older them because I don't want them to be, well, I got two paychecks, but 1 month paycheck. I
Amen.
invest in the future and I drill it hard in them. I really do. Now I will add life insurance because I
Amen.
never thought about that. So I want to thank you. I appreciate every one of you guys for giving me a nice, safe place, like being in a sisterhood that I've wanted all my life. So thank you.
Thank you. And listen, we have a good time behind the wall. We have boomers that are actually teaching us. One of our boomers, oh, she gonna get me if she not a boomer. Lord have mercy. Cinnamon Sparrow. I hope you're a boomer. If not, that's all right. I earned that cussing out. But Cinnamon actually taught us about AI stock, and I purchased one of them, one piece of stock, one share, and I made $900 and I cashed it out because I got a 375% return. So we talk a lot back there. We some money making fools if we
I'm gonna say this,
knowledge
Sheila.
that comes through. So yeah, we do a lot. We do. Uh,
My high school government teacher taught us stock market, and the geek part of me was so invested in it, but there was nobody in my space, anything that wanted to talk about it. So I lost all of it and I didn't keep up with it. But I
yeah.
do give it to young kids.
All right. Courtney Clark, 30 seconds or less. What are your final thoughts?
I just enjoy being on the panel per usual. I love to hear everybody's perspectives. Everybody brings such, just great conversation. I even loved hearing Trending even come up just to say, she doesn't have kids because she doesn't want to. And I know that's right. Like, our womanhood is not defined by children. And
Hmm.
I just want everybody to live unapologetically on their terms. And as always, I love hearing everybody. It's been great. Can't wait to go behind the wall.
All right. Oh, I can't wait to go. And y'all, we're going to do with wine. It's going to be a wine conversation. And don't worry, behind the wall, I'll put out all of the information like we normally do. Simone Wealthy, what are your final thoughts in 30 seconds or less?
I think takeaway from this is take advantage of today's access to information, especially regarding finances, insurance, life insurances. Um, Also, just self-preservation of ourselves, of our young women and men, or older women and older men. All of it, we have to self-preserve ourselves so that we can be good for other people. And also, I always say this to myself, but you have to understand the game. You don't have to necessarily play it, but I think we should understand it so we know when it's being played possibly on us or some of our loved ones.
That's some good thoughts. Thank you for sharing. Let's jump to trending at some point. You've been waiting patiently. What are your final thoughts?
You challenged me because you said keep it positive.
Okay.
Um, I positively enjoyed this panel, and thank you for all the information that y'all have come up here to share. I will try. If I'm not there live, I'll be in the replay game for the insurance talk because there's still much to be learned. Shout out to everybody that shared their thoughts and where they were coming from because we all come from different walks of life. And that I'll leave it there. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Let's go to my girl, Journey to Jasmine. What are your final thoughts?
Yes, yes, yes. I thoroughly enjoyed this, like all of them, like all of our talks, and it's just always a good space, good time. Even Akini, like you, if anything, you definitely gonna give us some comic relief for sure, and I appreciate that. Not even being funny, but um, yeah, I appreciate the knowledge, and I'm definitely gonna be hitting up either you or Cinnamon Swirl about that AI stock because I need to know for sure, and I thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my pleasure. Lala, take us home. What are your final thoughts?
This has been a great discussion, Queen. Thank you for having me up. I just want to say one thing. My final thought is I'm trying to stay positive and I will stay positive. Um, there's a lot of rhetoric regarding women, and this is my point of just women part about women, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, who to follow, who not to follow. Listen, you have one life. You have one life. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your belief is. As long as you have faith in yourself and you have self-respect, that's all that matters. You have to like close out all the noise, like just zoom it out of you, because they really want to box us women, especially Black women, into somewhere we don't belong because they don't match our energy, they don't match our life, so they want to box us in. So as women, we have to stay united. We have to stay strong in a world full of negativity towards us. And the only way to do that is to keep a sane mind. And to keep a sane mind is to keep the faith, to believe in yourself. Don't listen to anybody but yourself. If your gut is telling you something is wrong, it's wrong. Move away from it. Don't go anywhere where you're not accepted, loved, or welcomed. You have to know yourself. In order to know yourself, you have to walk in this journey alone. And sometimes the loneliness will get to you, but not to the point where you settle for anything. Don't settle for anything unless you are ready to. So that's all I wanted to say. Love and peace
Yeah.
and blessings to everybody.
No, thank you all for coming up today. It was a hell of a conversation, y'all. I'm for real from start to finish. We were up there. We came in hot. And then we landed the plane very safely, like we always do with positivity. But don't let the smooth taste fool you. We are about our business over here and we will knock if you buck. Okay. Now we try to keep it player and we try to keep it cute, but we ain't never scared in the palace. And I think that's why y'all pull up. For those of you in the chat, I think that's why y'all like pulling up on Saturdays. But it's been a hell of a conversation. I see the super chats flowing in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap up the show with the final super chats and let y'all be about your business on this beautiful Saturday. Give me 1 second.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
Yes, money, 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 money comes to me by way of Cookie from the Shy with a 20 piece. She says lemon head. Yeah. Hold on. Lemonhead with his online law degree coming for the content creators because he spent all of Kimmy's money. Listen, Cookie said it. I did. Lemonhead. Oh, Love Key gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to all of you lucky recipients out there in the palace. Mama B's gifted 5 Queen Sheba Darling memberships. Congratulations to those of you. It's just in time for you to come behind the wall and come to the insurance class that Janine is going to host. Prophetess None Once with a 2-piece says the Joker trusts to say the king help him. What? The Joker trusts to say the king help him. What that mean? Somebody? The Joker trusts to say the. Does anybody know what that means? Prophetess, you may have to elaborate. Journey to Jasmine, you know what that mean?
Nah, I think she might have missed some words in that sentence, to be honest.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, the Joker trust. I'm gonna try to figure that one out. All right, Dana Allen with a 5-piece. She says, jealous ninjas always showing their arse. Slaw them, queen. This is your kingdom. I said what I said. Yes. Thank you. Journey to Jasmine with a 5-piece. She says 216K on the first Michelle Loud interview. Let's run it up on the next one. Let's do it. Thank you, Journey. I appreciate you.
For sure.
Gwen, did you say anonymous?
No, I said for sure.
All right, don't start.
Don't say it, Queen. Don't say it.
Anonymous. I'm like all that whispering now. Hold on, because we ain't scared around. Y'all, that's an inside joke. If you missed it, you missed it. Gwendolyn Crutcher with the 5-piece. Can he be disbarred for defrauding the courts? I hope so. He just might be. Because that was some BS, Maurice. Deborah Valentine gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling membership. Congratulations to the lucky recipient. Jenny B with the 10-piece. She says, the palace is always dropping gems. I made sure to get mine when you first mentioned it, Queen. Love you all. Yes, absolutely. AJ with the 10-piece. Akini, that one was for you. You remember he was saved by the bell because he stopped right when you sent it, AJ. Oh, they came back, honey. They spun the block with another 10-piece. They say, bye-bye, Simon. Tanya Singleton, there you go. 5-piece and a pepper. Hey, Queen, love you in the chat. And we love you too, Tanya. Tanya with another 5-piece. We appreciate you, Tanya. Girl, you must have just got paid. Listen, Jenny B gifted 1 Queen Sheba Darling membership. Congratulations to the lucky recipient. And then Jenny B came back with that money comes to me. She says, your time is up, sir. Belinda Vincent with a 10-piece. Queen Sheba, I thank God for giving us all this knowledge. Look, me too. Me too. It doesn't make sense to hold it if I can share it. And with that being said, thank you all for tuning in. We love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless you.